Say no stress. This is how it works. NACO says you are not paying the amount in full and no more police harassment on your way to and from work. It covers both third party and comprehensive motor vehicle insurance. This is what you need to do as a civil servant. Apply for the legal power of attorney, the LPA. Credit through your human resource manager and get your approval message and proceed to NICOL office in Congo Town on the third floor of the NP House opposite Single Palace Hotel with your vehicle documents and your national ID card to obtain your insurance policy. NACO also serve the public and provide great discounts for all your insurance needs, including term, medical, and life insurance, business and home insurance against fire and allied perils, public liability, bonds, marine and cargo insurance, and many more. Civil servants, what are you waiting for? Rush now and get your vehicle insurance at NACO and pay over 6 months through salary deductions. For more information, you can call or WhatsApp us on 777-964-265 or inbox NACO Facebook page. NACO, your insurance partner you can trust.
From the heart of
Are you looking for quality and healthy beats for whatever occasion for reasonable price? Then worry no more. Brown Hop Liberia got you covered. At Brown Hop Liberia, we sell healthy, agile quality raised pig for only $350 Liberian dollars per pound. Our pigs are born and raised in Liberia according to high European standards of hygiene and care. You are welcome to visit our farm in Bombing County or come to UCI at Freeport to choose your pig, weigh it, pay, and take it home. For more information, inquiry, or reservation, contact Brown Hawk Liberia via WhatsApp on 0770-888-804 or call 0880-900-041. Brown Hawk Liberia, quality you see, cleanliness you can trust.
where we belong. Healthy pigs, quality you trust.
Your cars, generators, and other machines can last much longer when you use the right kind of petroleum products to power your engines. Sunek Group, located on Bushwood Island, is dealer and distributor of high-quality petroleum products across Liberia at available prices. At Sunek Group, we sell and distribute high-quality petrol, gas, and diesel fuel to fueling stations across the nation. Our highly trained, professional, and customer-friendly staff are always waiting and ready to serve you. We deliver your petroleum products to your destinations on time. No worries. Power your engines with the right kinds of petrol, oil, and gas today and save time and money. Come to Sunek Group, your one-stop distributor of high-quality petrol, oil, and gas. We are located in a BMC building opposite UBA Bank, just a block away from LPRC on Bushwood Island. For more information, call 0777-062-441 or 0886-473-164. Sunek Group, spinning the wheels of oil and gas in Africa.
And with the block that is working in this country, and with the block that.
Well, we are beginning the show on a different note this morning. This is how we like to say good morning and welcome to all of you. Thank you for always joining us on the OK Morning Rush. Today is Tuesday, 11th August 2026. Let's go to the BBC and get you acquainted with issues in other countries. We are stopping right here in Zambia. Can we do Zambia? No, let's go somewhere else. Is it an elections or what? If today is your birthday, we'd like to say happy birthday to you, wishing you all of the best. We're still on this story from the BBC. Senior police detective Fans Fatiba had been fighting for 4 months to gain access to a crucial piece of information in the case he was working on. Finally, he was told it was going to come his way. Well, with that, let's leave it and come home here. Good morning. Welcome to all of you. Thanks for joining us. It's a wet Tuesday morning in Monrovia. Let's go to the Executive Mansion website after the National Security meeting last night. President Joseph Boakai took a series of action. Well, somebody was jokingly saying to me this morning, it's like the armed forces of Liberia is becoming more trusted. Even when the people are former soldiers, they still look up for them. And I was telling somebody, sometimes changes, yeah, it's important, but when some issues are systemic, it requires a lot of things. President Joseph Boakai has appointed retired Major General Daniel Opa D. Ziangan as Director General of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency pending confirmation by the Liberian Senate. The action marks a decisive move that uncovers or that underscores his administration's resolve to intensify the fight against illicit drugs and transnational organized crime. A distinguished military officer with decades of experience in national security, Major General Ziangan previously served as Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, where he led the transformation and professionalization of the country's military following years of conflict. Major General Ziangan previously served as Minister of National Defense, and more recently, I know they wanted to say most recently, more recently as military advisor to President Boakai Penny's Strategic Council on National Security Matters. His appointment reflects the president's confidence in his leadership, integrity, and operational experience, and signals the administration's determination to elevate Liberia's fight against the drugs to a new level. In his new role, he will report directly to the president in consultation with the Minister of Justice. The president has also appointed Ms. Precious Rule as Deputy Director General for Operations and Mr. Prince Moluba as Deputy Director General for Administration of the LDA, also pending Senate confirmation. I know that Prince Moluba from the LMP. All three appointees have been directed to assume their duties with immediate effect in an acting capacity, pending legislative confirmation upon the Senate's return later this year. Mr. Ernest Tappe, who served as Deputy LDA Director General, returns to his previous assignment at the National Security Agency. The appointments followed a submission of the Ministry of Justice investigative report to the president and form part of a broader strategy to strengthen Liberia's institutional response to the growing threat posed by narcotic trafficking and related criminal activities. President Boakai has repeatedly declared that narcotics trafficking represents one of the gravest threats to Liberia's national security, public health, and future development. Under his leadership, the government has adopted a zero-tolerance policy toward drug trafficking, corruption, and organized crime. This policy has been accompanied by stronger enforcement actions, institutional reforms, and enhanced interagency cooperation. In a related development, President Boakai has indefinitely suspended former LVA officer in charge Federa Biago from the Liberia National Police for ethical transgressions and has ordered that he be subjected to a more detailed investigation. The president's decision follows a review of the Ministry of Justice report, which did not establish any involvement by Mr. Biago in illegal narcotic trafficking. However, the report identified ethical concerns that warrant further scrutiny to determine whether additional administrative or other appropriate actions may be necessary. Following a marathon National Security Council meeting this evening, meaning yesterday, President Bouaga reaffirmed that his administration remains committed to ensuring that all allegations of misconduct are addressed fairly, professionally, and in accordance with due process. He emphasized that while no individual will be condemned without evidence, no public official will be exempt from accountability where questions of integrity arise. The president called on the newly appointed leadership of the LDA to work closely with the Joint Security, the Ministry of Justice, and international partners to dismantle drug trafficking networks, strengthen border security, enhance intelligence and enforcement capacities, and protect Liberia's youth and communities from the devastating effects of illicit drugs. Our fight against drugs is a fight for the future of Liberia, the president declared, stressing we will continue to strengthen our institutions, hold public officials to the highest ethical standards, and pursue those who seek to poison our communities. There will be no safe haven for drug traffickers or those who aid and abet them. The president said, well, President Boakai has taken a series of action. He has relieved or dismayed, because he was acting. He has relieved Federal Biago from his position as the officer in charge of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. However, the executive mansion statement made it clear that the Ministry of Justice investigation did not establish Biago's involvement in trafficking, in drug trafficking. However, there were ethical transgressions, probably receiving a pickup from the drug cartel. Because I know the pickup came about, that's when the president talked about this investigation. So the president said the Ministry of Justice investigation did not establish that Biago is part of the drug cartel, but they let him go because of ethical transgression. However, he has also been suspended for time indefinite from his position. Remember, Biago was seconded to the LDA from the police. So he has also been suspended for time indefinite from his position as a senior police officer. And the president has called for a more detailed investigation. Probably, there's some things they're not clear with, they still won't find out. Ernest Tappe, who was seconded to the LDA as acting director general for administration from the NSA, has gone back. The president said after the investigation, they didn't do nothing. So, but he will not stay here with DA. Let him go back to the NSA and go do it NSA work on our side. Let him go. So the president has appointed former chief of staff, former defense minister, airborne ranger Daniel Zianga as the new officer in charge of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. The president has also appointed Prince Moluba as the deputy for administration. I'm sure it's a Prince Moluba guy who was the chief investigator of the Liberia National Police before. And he has appointed a young lady, Precious Rue. I see this woman photo making rounds on social media. Even before then, a lot of people have admired the kind of work she's been doing. The president has appointed her as the DA Director General for our operation. However, this time around, the president said the DA boss will report directly to him in consultation with the Minister of Justice. You know, the DA, the LMP, all of them can report to the Minister of Justice because they all fall under the executive, the Minister of Justice, that they are boss. But the president said the way the drug business going on, probably, I know you will. Maybe the Justice Minister will see your report. When you ready to send it, maybe you'll let him know. But you will send our report directly to me. Daniel Zianga and the others' appointment takes immediate effect, but in two phases. One, they will still have to go for confirmation when the Liberian Senate resumes. However, they will immediately take over their offices today. Because when they say immediate effect, it means immediately. It means at the moment. So Daniel Zianga and the other people, we are expecting them to take over the LDA immediately today, pending confirmation by the Senate. I'm sure the Senate is returning in October. That's what I heard. So that is it. So, the The DA and how many times the president? No, they won at different change. First, our AB Krumane, Bauko, then Fatiga, they didn't go for drug business, blah blah blah. Maybe they went for they seen ethical transgression. I would say it that way. And then other people came on board, and then I know Gui Pogba then came on board with Anthony Sop. They tried, but they couldn't make it. They had to leave, and they tear Bashe. Let's see what General Ziangan and his team will bring to the table. It seems the drug thing is a big thing, and I think it's been here with us for a very long time. Maybe dated as far back as even the WIA regime and everything, because it's a whole cartel. It's been around, and I think they've been around here and they've been comfortably working here because I think at some point the cartel became untouchable. So they were brave, they were here in our midst, and they were just operating because it's seeing a lot of higher ups in our security architecture knew about them. So there were a lot of cover ups, and the guys were there here comfortably operating. These are some of the reasons why I say, look, governments of Liberia will always be governments of Liberia. When governments are doing good things, we should say it. When they are doing bad, we should say it and ask for accountability. Look, there are a lot of things involved in the government's fight against the drug. First of all, when the police inspector general mounted the podium the other time and said people were involved to the highest people in the government officials to the highest level, we are still waiting to see what he called the highest level. To some extent, the government is attempting to do what any government would do. That the cartel was in this town, they were comfortable, they were here. It's been busted now. Let's give it to them. Let's give it to it. Let's give it to the government. The cartel is being busted. Look, I know there are still a lot of questions we will be asking. And we should ask those questions because we need answers. But the fact that the cartel is no longer comfortable, it means the Liberian government is doing its best. Let's continue to ask the questions we're supposed to ask. But the fact that it's busted now, like Gregory said the other time, they are in. When somebody tell you, we have the command and control of the cartel. It means the entirety of the cartel is in our hand. There's no way they can escape. We have mapped everything. We've been following them for some time. They're in our hands. We can squeeze them. We can bust it up. We can't surveillance. We're keeping some area, but they're in our hands. And I thought that was a kudos. Let the government bust the cartel up. However, the other thing that remains clear is that the government should have nothing to hide, no matter who's involved. Because you see, I strongly believe the government is doing some good job in its fight against the drug, right? But public trust is very low. So something is not right. The government confiscated the drugs, discovered the drugs, confiscated probably the highest drugs burst ever in the history of the country. Maybe somebody can correct us on or maybe let me be safe to say the biggest drugs burst in the most recent history of the country. People are being arrested. Some have been charged. People are being dismissed. People going to court. But there is still the issue of public trust. I don't know where it's coming from, but people in the public just believe that there are still some people that are still not being touched. People believe that there are still some people who are implicated, who are involved, maybe not based on evidence because everybody just writing and saying, maybe not based on facts. But if you notice one thing, in all of the government efforts in the fight against drug, public trust is still low. If you walk in the streets and at intellectual centers and where you engage people, you will get to understand that there is still an issue of public trust. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how it's happening. But there's an issue of public trust. People still believe that, Lord, you know what? Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have facts. If I have the facts, I would say it. But that is the hard truth. In all of the effort they are making, the issue of public trust is still very low. People still believe, oh man, the people who they are arresting are the real people, man. The monarch can't fool anybody. They're not the real people they're supposed to arrest. They're not the real people. We know the real, we know the real people. Some of the things people say, well, no facts in it, blah, blah, blah. But I'm thinking, how is the government making these kinds of efforts, but public trust is not there? Is it because of the way they started bringing the information to the public or what? But the issue of public trust is still there. So that is it. These are the actions the president took last night in the fight against drug. New officials have now been, deployed at the LDA. Let's see how it works. Let me go to Facebook and read something Bapolo County Senator Amara Conan wrote on his page. Just came across it. Amara Conan wrote this. He says, 31 minutes ago, we welcome President Boakar's nomination of retired Major General Daniel D. Ziankan Jr. as the new Director General of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. Given his extensive background in national security and military leadership, General Ziankan brings a strong operational record to an agency that urgently needs stability and direction. He can count on my full support in the Liberian Senate. However, let us be clear. Changing the leadership at LDA does not automatically fix the cancer eating away our security system. A new director, regardless of respect or decorations, cannot have the ongoing high-profile drug investigations involving senior security and law enforcement officials. True reform requires more than an administrative change. No self-policing. Institutions with heavy corruption and cartel allegations cannot investigate themselves. Full transparency. The public demands an open, credible, and independent inquiry into all high-ranking individuals linked to the narcotics web. Systemic cleaning. Fixing the LDA involves removing complacency at every level, not just replacing the figurehead who is currently under investigation for complicity in Liberia's record cocaine bursts. We wish General Ziankan success in his Senate confirmation and in his tenure, but we will observe closely. The fight against illicit drug in Liberia will only be taken seriously when no official, regardless of rank, is above true accountability. That's what we're talking about. That is what I'm talking about. In all of his efforts, there's still this issue of public trust. And like Senator Amara Conan said, the recent investigation and some of the actions by the government and the president has just uncovered a lot of things that our security structure at some level have been working with the cartel over the years. I see why these people have been relaxed the way they were. So they were not alone. So it's going to take some time for public trust. Yesterday, I was sitting somewhere and there was a police, car, there was a police vehicle passing and, they were saying, wow, somebody, they are going outside. Drug cartel. Public trust. Public trust. There's an issue of public trust now. So, like Amara said, it's going to take some time. It's going to take rebuilding. It's going to take systemic reform and all these kinds of things. Because you see, look in the police. Some of the people who were dismissed in the NSA, to the extent that even the deputy head for administration of the NSA and all. So it's a serious issue. Very serious issue. Probably, who knows, the ones that have not been called or whose names have not come up yet. So I don't want to say our entire, that's why I say at some level, our security people at some level, they've been here over the years and seriously working with these people, giving them syringes, protecting them at every level, escorting them. And you know, sometimes when these things are happening, the layman in the system can know, but it's scared. But there is a time they will open up. And I think a lot of people, some of them are opening up now. That is the reason why you see things going the way they're going. But the Liberian people are still waiting to see the officials to the highest level that Greg talked about the other time. Because the police inspector general, mind you, this is the police inspector general of the country with all the information in his hand. He is already having the command and control of the cartel. So he tells the nation that people in the government at the highest level are involved in the cartel, at the highest level. So the highest level of the government cannot be Biago, it can be Blei, the police guy, it can be Kwagbo, the other police guy. People in the government to the highest level can be those people now. No. We're still waiting for the highest level. We are still wondering why the president hasn't taken some action against the people to the higher level, because it's like the police inspector general already had these people's names. Remember, Greg said they already had the command and control of the cartel. And he said people in the government at the highest level were part of this whole thing. We still await that. The highest level of the government cannot be these people there were the president. Yeah, we commend the government. Like I said, the government is taking some actions. The government is uncovering some things. It's because of the government and the state security actions to some level that we are getting to know some of these things. And again, because of extensive investigation others are doing, you know, like Martin and Rodney and the other people, you know, hate them or you like them, but they're doing some good job. It is because of the pressure that they're mounting through the information they are spewing in the public that the president is taking some of the action or the government is taking some of the action it is taking. But we still await the people the police inspector general talked about were involved to the highest level in the government. We are still awaiting that portion of the investigation, that portion of the names calling and all these things. That's what I was talking about. I say, I don't know why in the midst of all the efforts the government is putting up, the issue of public trust is still not correct. People still believe that there's certain things the government is yet to do. There are certain people think are implicated. Their names are not called. They have not been dismissed or whatever. So the issue of public trust is still very low in the midst of all the things we're talking in the country. Yesterday I said it and I will say it again. The government's action in the whole drug fight is carefully being reviewed by the people in this country. And it will be tied to a lot of things in terms of decision making. So the government should have absolutely nothing to hide. The truth and nothing else but the truth is what we want the government to tell us. 9 o'clock, the superintendent of Nimba County will be here as our guest. 8 o'clock, I will allow all of you to do something, but I have the superintendent of Lofa County, Lavala Massaquoi. He's on our line. Yesterday, I told you we spoke to the superintendent, and he said he was in FOIA the whole of the day before yesterday, along with the Minister of Local Government to resolve something. So he did not hear about that situation people were reporting. And I told you all the story about what another official told me. But the Lofa superintendent is on the line. Let's hear from him. Probably there's something new. Superintendent Massaquoi, I'd like to say good morning.
Good morning, my brother Clarence Jackson.
How are you? My former friend, how are you?
I can be a former friend. I'm your brother, man. I'm doing good. By the grace of God, we are doing pretty well.
Are you in Vonjama?
Of course, yes. I'm in Vonjama.
Is there anything new about the Sloma Bola situation, Mr. Superintendent, you want us to know?
Yes, we need to vividly inform our people as it relates to the issue of security at our various borders, not only the Solomon borders, but first of all, when you called me 2 nights ago, I said we're in FOIA. My immediate boss and myself, the Honorable Francis Saklani Male, Minister of Local Government, we have gone there to be able to resolve some issues among the youths of FOIA Administrative District, as it relates to that leadership. And so we resolved that they're supposed to be going to election to elect whoever they want to be their leader. And then that evening you called me because I spent a whole day in Foya. I did not hear anything about Solomon border because on a daily basis we receive security briefing from our security at the border there. Not only the border along all over the county. And then yesterday I was vividly briefed and informed about the security situation in Foya at the Solomon border. What happened is that, like we said to other people, we said to everybody, is that there is no security threat at our border. What happened a day ago was our men had even moved further down to the water because they saw it feasible to move further down. And there was a savanna grass around the place. Our men have also brushed that whole place. So, and then the Guinean military has had a change in their command structure at the border to their south. By matter of fact, a few months ago, these same people who are carrying on these full rumors lied that the Guineans were constructing structures on our south of the border. It was not true. And it is not also true because the Guineans have constructed a few buildings at the south of their border across the river. So because of the change in the command structure of the Guinean army along that border, the new commander decided to take a tour. And he came there with men, they saw our men. Our men have further moved. There was no confrontation. They agreed that they wanted to meet and have some discussion relative to how the place can be kind and kept very peaceful. So yesterday they had a meeting among themselves and everything went well. I'm not briefing you as an ordinary person. I'm briefing you as a head of security and the head of all government agencies in the county. The superintendent, the chief superintendent of the emergency response unit, Mr. Augustine PM2, is the head of the ERU unit deployed at the border there. They gave me day-to-day briefing about the border situation at Solomon. The same way the immigration commander with his team, Mr. Paul Kennedy briefed me of all of the borders around the county. And we are pleased with our neighbors. There is no situation that is threatening our people security situation at the border. So I want the public to know clearly that this information is not true. What we need to do as people of this country, I think all of us need to be concerned about our security because everybody felt the war when it came. Some of us who were children under the guidance of our parents, we can't explain to you how the war took place.
So, Master Quest, so you said a new Guinean commander took over, and he was doing a patrol, and he came to our men and they talked. One question: are the Guinean soldiers still on our side of the border?
Mr. Jackson, let me clearly say to you that the first time when the Guineans came, their presence at the border was clear, they were there. But right now, what they normally do, they keep to the south of the border, they take normal patrol, and other security forces can do that. They won't do patrol at their federal borders. There is no threat, like I said to you.
No, you can't. Security people can take patrol to all the people on the south of the border. That's what I'm asking you.
I didn't say to our south of the border. I said they will always take patrol at the borders.
No, so I'm asking you a fundamental question. Are the Guinean soldiers still on our side of the border? Because they've been on our side of the border. They've been residing there for the months.
Mr. Jackson, I don't want you to put word in my mouth. I just said to you, their presence is felt at the side of their border since almost 3 months, 4 months. We have been engaging each other. I just said that to you. And I said to you,
you say their presence. Their presence
is on the side of their border.
Meaning what? They are not on our side of the border anymore.
No, they're not there. Like I said to you, when the Guinean came, their presence was huge there. There was no need that we could hide it to our people. And so the two government heads have been discussing, and peace has restored to that place. and there is no problem at our border. I just said that to you.
Oh,
Normally,
okay.
I said
So,
to you,
no, I'm sorry, Soup. It's just I just want to make things clear. The same speculation we're trying to avoid. I want to call
exactly.
you for. So what you
Exactly.
are so the superintendent of Lofa Laval Massacre is telling the nation this morning now that the Guinean soldiers are no longer on our side of the slumber bowler in Foya.
They go to the side, and sometimes I want you to speak to security people, because these people who pass around who don't even understand anything about security.
Honorable Soup,
They
you're
can't-
not. I mean, to be honest, you're not answering the question. I'm asking
No, I
because
answer you.
I
No,
want to.
no, Mr. Jackson, I answer you, but maybe perhaps you want me to give you an answer that you want to hear. I just said to you, the presence of the Guinean soldiers are on the side of the border across the river. Like I said to you, because the last time when people said they were constructing structures
No,
outside.
but I answer that when you say
coming.
no, I come in
I'm coming
soup, my brother, I coming. The thing I want for you to make it because I think you being I don't know, I don't want to talk. I'm putting worry up, but when you say their presence is on their side of the border, does that mean that they are no longer on our side?
I just said that to you that the Guinean normally take patrol around the border. They have always posted at their side. They come across and have engagement with our people in a positive manner, peacefully. And there is no threat at the security at the post of Solomon. Our men are present there. I said they have even moved their checkpoint further down to where it's supposed to be. And so what do you want me to say? I'm just telling you that the information that came day before yesterday that the Guinean king said they were going to attack our people is not true. And the security people are in control of the border. That's what I'm saying to you, Mr. Jackson.
Okay, so the our men have moved their gate down, meaning where the Guinean soldiers were down there on our side of the border, they're no longer there, so that where our men are now, the Guinean people gone back.
Yeah, they push our men push the checkpoint further down, and there's no threat at the border. And the Guinean did not come to say we cannot attack you. And I said to you, these people came, there's a change in their security structure at the south of their border, and they took patrol. They actually came to our men yesterday, and yesterday they had a peace talk. They discussed how they should manage the border peacefully. There will be no problem.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to let you know this morning, because I will not speak to you on what I don't know. Of course, you are aware when the situation started. At all of the border, that's what we still do. We do normal patrol our borders for administrative reasons, so that our people can be briefed properly. And what sometimes leaves my heart is that I don't understand when people report bad news about the country. What benefit do they get? Because
no, it is not bad news. It is the truthfulness of the news. Question the truthfulness of the news instead of bad. In case it's wait. In case the thing is happening, you want the people to report it because of their country.
Clarence,
Yeah.
You know the government will not hire anything.
No, we ain't talking that one. We're not talking that one.
No, let me speak to you. Let me say something.
The government been having plenty of things. The government had a FOIA construction. They were giving different statements. Later on, the president came and supposed to do that one.
Don't go there. When it comes to a reliable government and saying the truth, we will see it. Take for example.
Now who's saying that? Now the superintendent who work in the government. You talking your own? I'm talking my own.
Yeah. So you saw when the situation was at the borders. It was not hardly everything we did was public.
No, it was not public. Oh, there were different information that came from that Sloma Bolo area. Different information. The government was not clear with all.
Karen, you are not being fair to the situation.
Dana, you were talking that the public was talking. If I'm not fair, Dana, you were talking.
Karen, you saw me as a person, as a president of the county. I was everywhere and every time. I was giving you freely when we had engagement with the Guinean military people. It was public. It was not in Harley.
But I'm not denying that one. I didn't say you were not.
So what do you say? We'll be Harley when it comes to security of our people.
No. That's different than you talking in Lavla. I saw you at the bowler. You engaged the people. In fact, you went way up the hill to where the guy. I know that we're gonna cornerstone. I saw all those things, and we talked about it. By the way, our correspondent was with you every step along the way. But I'm saying, don't make it look generally that the government, every time the government can just tell the truth. I'm saying even the slumber situation.
I I said to you, when it comes to the security of our people,
Okay,
we not,
Mr.
we
Superintendent.
not say the wrong
Thank
thing.
you. Thank you
We
so
say
much.
exactly what we know.
Have a good
So,
day in Vonjema.
Yeah, the information on the X, or on the
Okay.
radio, or on the social media is not true. Our border
Thank you.
are
Thank you.
safe,
Thank
and
you.
our police, our security people are present there. Thank you.
Okay. So I will go back to Vonjema. 1 minute. The Lana open here. 1 minute. Uh 1 minute. I'm going back to Vonjema. I am going back to Vonjema in Lofa County. The superintendent has just spoken, but the superintendent was not clear about the Sloma Bolo situation. Something I really wanted to know, but the way he spoke, again, I can't. Superintendent say, "Oh, you want me to answer it the way you want it?" No, 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 I didn't. Let me speak to our correspondent, James Cully, who is in Vonjema. Jimmy, good morning. How they can talk in Loma?
Onga.
Ongae.
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, good morning, James. How are you? How is Vonjema this morning?
Well, Vonjama is good. I
Okay.
think that we are kind.
What is the latest information from that Sloma Bolo as far as my inquiry is concerned? The thing we talk about, did you make additional calls there?
Yes, on yesterday, the township commissioner, because Soromba is a township,
Okay.
Commissioner Harris Nemaya talked when he concluded meeting with the securities at the Solomba border,
Okay.
not just the LIS officers, but including the Guinean soldiers when they had the meeting to discourage what happened on Sunday. It was confirmed on yesterday that on Sunday evening around 4, the Guinean soldiers left the spot they were occupying on the Liberian side state and engaged our LIS officers to shape up a bit so that they could position where our LIS officers are currently at. But our LIS officers stood their ground and resisted on grounds that they have to get order from their bosses before they can do that. So that evening, that was on Sunday evening, the Guinean soldiers went back, and I think they were expected to come back in the morning. But with the intervention of the local authorities now yesterday, the district commissioner, the township commissioner, and other local authorities visited the area to inquire what happened on Sunday, and that was how the Guinean soldiers were also invited because the entire team has been changed. A new commander has taken over. I'm talking about the Guinean soldier.
Mm-hmm.
The commander that was in charge of the men on ground at the border has been changed, and the entire team. So those that came, they not be familiar with our LIS officers as the ones that were there before, where they used to have, that exchange of words. Even in meeting, they used to, our LIS officer would visit them. At times, there were a certain point in time they would visit our LIS officer, but the new team that came not be familiar. So yesterday, the new commander was briefed on how the LIS officer and that of the Guinean soldier have been living in that area, though there's the conflict there.
Okay. So that meeting yesterday was internal, probably to introduce the new Guinean commander and maybe some of his new men to the LIS officers to say, oh no, your men and us will be here, we've been having da.
Yes, yes.
What did the township commissioner tell you? Are the Guinean soldiers still on our side of the border?
Yeah, they are still on our side of the border. So yesterday, the radar I made, I've been receiving too many calls when I said the Guinean return, but the Guinean soldiers returned to their position. It stayed to the Liberian side. But the structure I've been using very close to the bank has been taken by the overflowing of the water. So that is the reason why they are shifting up a bit as we go deeper into this month, and in the middle of September, that entire area will be overflowed there. So I don't know, two options: either the Guinean soldiers go by and wait for the water to get dry before, or they still continue to advance to where our LIS officers are currently positioned.
Okay, let me draw a picture of what this is why it is, so you tell us. So, for example, our men were on our side of the border, way down almost to the water. The Guinean soldiers came and took that place, and that is where they have been. Their presence there forced our men to come a little bit up. That is where the Guinean soldiers have been now. Because of the ring and the place is flooded, They left their position they have been in over the last month, which is still on our side of the border, and they decided to come follow up to remove the LIA officer from where our officers are currently to move further. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's the exact
Okay.
picture you just explained.
Okay.
The custom office is a little bit far from the water, but then they have some mystery spot very close to the water where our LIS officer used to position themselves to ensure that people getting on the king where examining and other things. So because of the conflict, the Guineans took charge of that area. So they far from the river is what our LIS officer have been using as shelter. And now that the river has overflowed, the guys have had no chance again to stay, makeshift structure at the bank of the river. So they came and demanded our guys to leave that particular structure so that they would take control of it.
Yeah, now I understand. So it means that Radio Wologisi's report is confirmed. They did not say anything that was not happening. What they reported was the truth. That the Guinean soldier left their side and came and said that our immigration people should leave the other side. Other than that, what else happening in Lofa that you want us to talk about, Jimmy?
So we went to for the Unity Party pending convention in the county. The heat is on. Two candidates.
The Unity Party having convention in Lofa? When?
Yeah, they have not announced the date, but we have seen different flyers coming up. People declare intention for different positions, and we have two talk about candidates, the district commissioner of Vonjama and that of Akwe Isia, who a few months ago received a letter of appointment from the national chairperson, J. Lutok Tape, that was somehow resisted by some of the partisans, including the acting chairman, David Maulo. So the heat is on because Akwe Isia has been accused of receiving support from Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala, who is the founder of NIMO, and at the same time, David Maulo is also receiving support from the RTA boss, that's former Representative Clarence Kotu Basakwe. And of recent, since the introduction of NIMO, and the work of Thomas Fala within the party has had some way of elevating the argument that Thomas Fala, president within the party, has elevated division within Unity Party allegedly. So for him to have been supporting Akwe Isia against David Maulo is something that we'll have to watch out for closely as the convention draws near. The heat is on politically.
There seem to be some, probably maybe not personal, but some political issues between Thomas Fala and Kotu, Clarence Kotu Mansekwe. What are people in Lofa saying about Clarence Mansekwe? What do they see? What are they observing? What are people speculating? What are people saying about Clarence Mansekwe?
That was clearly showing around the celebration of the 26th. On Sunday, before the celebration, I think on Saturday, that was the 24th, we saw Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala visiting the Unity Party headquarters in Vonjama. He was received by some partisans of the party, including Akwe Isia, who is contesting for the chairman position. He provided $2,500 for the renovation of the Unity Party headquarters in Vonjama, and talk to the partisans to remain focused in supporting Joseph Imopwaka for his presidency and re-election 2029. The next day, we saw LTA boss again, Clarence Kotu Masakwe, having meeting at the same party headquarters with different set of partisans and with different chairperson. Akwe Isia was introduced during the visit of Thomas Fala as the chairperson, legitimate chairperson of the party, by some partisans of the Unity Party. And the next day, when Clarence visited the party headquarters, David Maulo was also introduced as the legitimate chairperson, where Clarence Kotu Masakwe provided $5,000 for the same renovation work. And he talked to the partisans that no one should give away the party in the name of supporting.
So the other man,
not a member of the party yet.
So the other man being supported by Thomas Fala gave $2,000 for renovation. And then Clarence
Thomas Fala is the one that gave $2,000.
Oh, Thomas Fala gave $2,000 himself. Give it.
yeah, to acquire Isia for the
And
renovation of
then
the
Clarence
party.
Masakwe came and doubled that to $5,000.
Yeah, the next day,
I
Clarence
see
Kotu
why
Masakwe
issue between
visited
them.
the same party headquarters and presented 5,000 to David Maulu. So it elevated the debate of, having this fight, political fight, not personal issue, political fight between Deputy Speaker Thomas Farah and that of LTA boss Honorable Clarence Kotu Masakwe, who is a member of Unity Party.
Now, but my question was, how do people perceive Clarence Masakwe? Do they think he want to be senator or he's going back to the district where Momokpoto is? What are people speculating about him?
People have said Clarence Fad is to ensure that Deputy Speaker Fala should not interfere with the work of the Unity Party, because if you look into the county now, if Unity Party is having a program or the president is having a program in Lofa, Nimo dominate the entire activity. And that is what people have seen Masakwe as a fighter to ensure that Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala, who is now a member of Unity Party, should not be within the perimeter of the party, to ensure that prove that he's supporting the president in the re-election of Ambassador Joseph Imobwaka comes 2029, when he has not declared intention to be a part of Unity Party. So Masakwe is seeing in that direction as a way of fighting to ensure that no one should come and divide the party when you are not a member of the party. Declare intention if you want to be a partisan of Unity Party, and stop having auxiliary grouping that is not working with the leadership of the party, that is seeing people from the party going one side of Nimbo and another group stay with the Unity Party. That's how people are seeing Masakwe in this whole thing.
Thank you, James Colley, our Lofa County correspondent. I hope our guests, we're supposed to have some people here, 8 o'clock from the Presidential Scholarship Committee. Now, watch the lips of Francis Sakila Nyumale and Clarence Masakwe. Watch their lips. They have a concern. Their concern is, if Thomas Fala wants to be a Unity Party man, he should be clear. He should join the Unity Party. He should not be leading a movement and think he can infiltrate the Unity Party and be more powerful and influential than them who have been in the party. Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala is a very strategic politician. You don't want to underestimate him in politics. Now, I see why Francis Newman said President Bouaka should take his hand from Lofa politics when the election comes. Both Clarence Masakwe and Thomas Fala, from all indication now, they are fighting for supremacy, among partisans of the Unity Party in Lofa. Watch my lips. I'm going to say something to you. Mark it. It might likely change, but mark what I'm about to say. It might likely change because I am not the individuals. But for my readings on the walls of the politics in Foya district, watch, just wait. Remember the other times Thomas Fala spoke and he said to the people, you people have said that some of us were the cause. We had 10 situations here in Foya. We resolve it. I'm working with my big uncle now, who will ensure Joseph Bouaka re-election. At the same time, when you are stepping Bouaka, you should be stepping Thomas Fala. What Fala was saying in essence is, do not support any other president in Foya yet. I am supporting President Bouaka, so you got to support me in Foya. Now, what's going to happen? And Francis Numale came here, he was not clear as to whether he's running or he's not running. At some level, at some point, maybe, just maybe President Bouaka will influence Francis Numale to say, Numale, you got to sit down. Don't run against Fala. You got to sit down and don't run. In the worst case, Numale may likely agree, because Bouaka is like a father to him. But something will happen. There is a man in Foya, the former superintendent of Lofa, William Tamba Kamba. William Tamba Kamba is not sitting on the fence. William Tamba Kamba is nursing an ambition to contest in Foya. If for any reason, Francis Sakila Numale will not contest the election in Foya, he may likely, I'm saying may, I don't want to be definite. If Francis Sakila Numale doesn't contest the elections in Foya because of the influence of Boakai to back off, he may likely not support Tomo Fala. He will support William Tamakama. Watch my word. It will be clear. The politics in Lofa will be tough for President Boakai. It will be very tough. Very, very tough. It will also be tough for Brani Samukai. You know, Brani Samukai want to go by as a senator. It will be tough for Brani Samukai. They have to do a lot of work. Probably some people will be saying, the president come from here, the deputy speaker come from Foya, senator can come from Foya again. The politics in Lofa will be tough. That's why I say as the time will be coming, we'll be talking from county to county, we'll be looking at, I'm not a juror to pass verdict. We'll be careful, but we'll be looking at the different politics over there. So the Foya politics will get tense at some point. Why? Because there are people in the Unity Party who believe, and because they know Tomo Fala, they know probably when Fala get into something, they know he's influential. Even as an ordinary lawmaker, he was influential, at least to talk about being a deputy speaker. They know how influential he is. They believe that his endorsement of Joseph Boakai, it may take away a lot from them. They believe that Fala want to position himself as the head of the politics in Lofa, besides Boakai now. They believe that Fala want to position himself as such. They believe that Thomas Fala doesn't come from the Unity Party. They have suffered a lot, and they will not sit on their arms for Fala to issue on them. That's what they believe. We'll take our guests very shortly from the ministry, I'm sure from the Ministry of Finance. They are here to talk about the expansion of the presidential scholarship. We'll talk to them very shortly. I am told that an assistant minister will be here along with a student. So Blessing will just usher them in. We'll take them until 9 o'clock when we and I can see it coming. My friends, I may not have the time to take calls this morning because the interview with James carry a lot, and that is how it is. Let's see what I can get our guests in, but let's put the lines on to see what I can get. Take one or two calls while our guests are trying to come in on 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. So the politics in Lofa will be tough. It will be a tough politics. The variables are still evolving. Right now, Clarence is quite confusing everybody in Lofa. Nobody's clear. Nobody's sure what you want to do. Whether you want to go back to a district, whether you want to be senator. He's not talking to anybody. He's not talking anything. He just so. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Yes. Thank you. My issue has to do with the statement made by the Superintendent of Local County with respect to the Columbus situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think our government needs to be very honest. The Superintendent told the Liberian people that the Guinean soil were no longer on the Liberian side of the border, that they have crossed over to their side of the border. And now the journalists came back, confirming that the Guinean soil are on our side of the border and even pushed further into our side.
No, they were attempting to push further, but our people said no, they didn't push further anyway.
Yeah, but the journalists said that where they were because of the water, they have gone further, and then because the water came again, so they were trying to push further, they were trying to engage our area officers. And then, contrary to what the Superintendent said. So, I mean, they out of dishonesty, it's so unfair to the citizens.
Okay, thank you. Let's take one more call right here. We are waiting our guests, or they should be here. Why are they not coming in? Hello? Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you. You are on.
Yeah, this is Bobby Boy, and I'm putting my Canadian news.
Yeah?
Yeah, firstly, I want to talk on the drug issue. What you call sweat.
Yeah?
The reason why the the public is not trusting the issue is that the statement that the RGB on Africa saying the former government officials from the past government and the present government are involved in this issue. And then he said that he has never asked any of them or arrested any of them. But only the people they were hearing that the people the president suspended. So this is why people are not trusting the issue. Because I can remember during the first meeting at the capital meeting, everybody was pressing your business when you call all of them. But why you know the people there, you don't want to call them. This is why the people are not trusting the issue.
Okay, let's leave it. Our guest is here. We'll take her. We'll just allow her to sit down and rest more. Hello? Hey, I want to job. You mean the Basan Popo Mucha Gankungo?
Yes. Thank you so much, man. Thank God to the president Ali. We are moving somewhere now. My name Paco from Fiamma Wiese. The United Party, yeah, more. My name Paco for the United Party election period. Thank God to the president Ali, who are moving somewhere to suspend the TA for in time to finish. I want to tell you that the people change and do them well. At least that's why you call president.
Okay, my friend. One more call. Final call. Hello? Minister Ross is here. We got to take her. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, this is Godwin Ware Jr. I'm Johnny from the car web here this morning.
Godwin Ware, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Clarence. It's just that, Clarence, I think you are helping, especially the platform you sit on. If you be the one to say, look, the public is not, believing what the government is saying, or the names that, the public is expecting are not coming up, then I think you're helping to spread, what we call this negative, propaganda. That's one. Take, for example, Biago or Unit 607 or how they call it, God, Johnny Dean and the rest of the guys. These are high profile, people who are placed in high, position. For example, if one says, for example, say, look, we transporting something from Broadway to Central Morovia and he put his sharing on, that's high profile somebody. So if you sit down, for example, and you come out and say, look, the government is not doing as the public is expecting, I think you're trying to make that, possible. Secondly,
let me correct you 1 minute. I did not say the government is not doing as the public expected. I said the government is doing some good job when it comes to fighting the drug. The president is taking action. The government confiscated the drug. The government is sending people to court. But I don't know why there is still the issue of public trust. And that is the truth and nothing else but the truth. Even the people in the government know there is still the issue of public trust. People still in the community say, no, the people there, now the people, they need what is sort of called, now they need it. But mind you, the government is arresting people. The government burst the drug. The government confiscated the drug. But people still believe, no, now the other people. That's not the truth there, my brother.
Well, Clarence, let me say here, for part of the example, what I said earlier, the senator, for example, from Bapulu, you decided to elevate what he wrote. No serious government official.
No, but wait. You see that the program can have you. That Amara Kone once and I can elevate. Yesterday, when I read the Justice Ministry release, why you call to say why I elevated it? I read different Darius Delon right. We can read it. Other people write. We can read it, my brother.
Clarence, let me close on the one, please. What I was just trying to connect the dots. When I said earlier that you're trying to elevate, part of reading Amarakone peace. Which is, that should not be coming from a statement. Elevating that, I think it will actually below the belt.
No, it's not below the belt. Not true. No, like a choice of, I can say below. Oh, when I read something from United Party senators, why you can call and say below the belt? The Amarakone on below the belt. Gordon, man, we can't be disserviceable like that. No, let me tell you something. You know what can make democracies better? Divergence in opinion. You may not agree with Amara Conan, but you can say why I read a post. If I read a post from a United Party senator, you would not have spoken the way you spoke. But it's okay. It makes the program better in the morning. Our guests are here. We got to start with them. the Assistant Minister for Administration at the Ministry of State. We'll talk about the expansion of the Presidential Scholarship. Deputy Minister Bill McGill Jones was in Bong the other day. He was talking about the scholarship and naming some of the inclusions and some of the things they would do. Madam Minister, good morning. It's good to have you this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Okay, so let's join you there too. Just introduce yourself, sir.
Okay, good morning. So my name is Alfred. Okay.
Go ahead.
It's okay. So my name is Alfred Baba. I'm an alumni of the AME and also a beneficiary of the Ministry of State Presidential Scholarship.
Oh, you're a beneficiary of the scholarship.
Exactly.
Okay. Minister Ross, how is everything? How is the Ministry of State and how is your office particularly?
The Ministry of State is doing well. My office is fine. We're pushing it one day at a time.
Okay, so let's go straight now and talk about the Presidential Scholarship. How did it come to being and where are we at the moment?
So upon ascending to office in 2024,
Yeah.
His Excellency the President, Jose Yomon Boaka Sr., launched the Presidential Scholarship for universities and colleges across Liberia. So that launch was done in 2024 and recruitment went on. We had over 700 applicants. And at that point, the requirements were he wanted a scholarship merit based. So it requires a 3.0 GPA at least for 100% tuition payment. And there was also a need to have financial aid. The financial aid component which requires a 2.5 GPA, but you have to express and prove humanitarian need that you truly need it. It has to be investigated. So that's a very long process. So the most common one is the 3.0 GPA. So that was the requirement set at the time, and then the 2.5 for financial aid, plus humanitarian need. So after the launch and the recruitment, we had over 500 students for the first batch across, at the time, 14 universities. And the scholarship has been going. We've produced over 100 plus graduates from different universities across Liberia. So the scholarship is different in the sense that it requires beneficiaries or recipients to do community service, 10 hours of community service per semester. So they do that by forming teams in different universities, and then they identify projects, and then the ministry work with them, support them, and then they carry out these projects as we go on. We'll delve into it. We'll tell you some of the projects, but pretty much that's what set the scholarship apart from other scholarship programs. We're very involved with our students. They are required to attend all of the activities we plan because we engage with them. We try to develop them, not just provide tuition, but to develop them intellectually, to develop their character, to teach them to do public speaking, because we're hoping that this scholarship can breed a huge number of leaders, the next generation of leaders Liberia will have. So pretty much that is where the scholarship is right now. Currently, we're on the expansion plan, which we'll talk about in the upcoming inter-university debate. Which
Okay,
will also
so
be.
at the moment, how many students benefiting?
Currently, we have 490 students, and some of those students are graduating seniors, some of whom have gotten their clearances. So that's why the expansion is necessary at this point.
You spoke about community service, which is a new phenomenon, but very important. How do you ensure monitoring? How do you ensure that they actually do what you want them to do?
So we have a monitoring evaluation unit at the Ministry of State, headed by Mrs. Vanessa Kane. So the monitoring evaluation unit runs the day-to-day activities of the Ministry of State. So for instance, say AMEU has this team and they draw up the concept on what the project would be. Say they want to do, because some of them do recycling, so they get plastic waste and turn it into something else, useful products. So if they identify that, then they submit that to the Ministry of State. We review that. Sometimes when the projects are not really up to it, we tweak it with them in a way where it's more meaningful and sustainable. So sometimes when they need support, we provide that support. When it comes to monitoring evaluation, we have our people on the field. Even myself, I've been in different communities across Monrovia. We have the MAE team that go out into the counties So they go and they monitor them, they do videos, they do pictures and all that. We go with them wherever the projects are taking place. We go there, we see for ourselves, we monitor there, we are there with them as they implement these projects. So we monitor them very fully. It's not like they just send us pictures and video. We're there with them. Once they tell us if UMU has a team that is doing something at Rallytown Market, you will see Ministry of State staff there. We monitor them. If they're doing beach cleaning, you will find Ministry of State staff there, just checking, ensuring that they actually do the cleaning. And we do video of the before, we do video of the after, and stuff like that.
That's good. Minister Ross, we'll come back to you to talk about the expansion, where the interest is really for a lot of people. But we'll go now to back. It's a hard. Yeah, back. Yeah, but let's come to you. How did you get the information about the scholarship? Talk to me about your application process, how you got enrolled, and just talk about it.
So, my application process, I think, was, can I say, coincident in a way that I didn't have prior knowledge or notice of the application process. So I walked to a cafe and I met few guys were putting, just doing application. So I inquired, I said, what you guys doing? So they said, we applying for the presidential scholarship on the Ministry of State. So to be honest with you, Brother Clarence, initially I had doubt about the entire process because, the opinion we have,
we are always doubtful.
Exactly.
Like they already got their people.
Exactly. So that was my thing. So, but later on, I decided, I said, let me give you a try, So this is Ministry of State, but let me give you a try. So, but something triggered in me. So I said, but most of the guys who were applying were just sending one of their grade sheets because it was mandated that you attach your grade sheet along. So I said, I'm not going to send one. I'm going to send all of my grade sheets. So because I was already part of the 3-point range, so I attached all of my 3-point grade sheet and sent it and did the application. So fortunately for me, I came out and we went to the ministry. We had different briefings, and
I want you to start the whole process.
Okay.
Now you put all your documents.
Okay.
You apply. Wow, how did you get selected to go to the ministry? Did you receive a call? Did they send you email? And what did you do?
Yeah, sure.
You explain the different steps. Yeah.
So that after you applied, first thing we did online and we did hand delivery at the ministry. So once you get selected, they give you a call and send an email. Okay. So once you get that call and you get an email, they give you a time that you're supposed to. Those who were selected, we went the mansion. And because in your application, you have to state the particular community service that you would do for your 10 hours because it's mandated that you do 10 hours community service. So after that selection process, you get to the mansion, you state what you stated earlier that you're going to do at your community service. Then they put you in a group of 10 from various universities across the country. So once you get in a group of 10, so when you get in a group of 10, you guys will have to do, because, initially you're applying as Clarence Jackson, you got your own project, but you can't do your own project as Clarence Jackson. So when you get to that place, so they put you in a group of 10, so the group of 10 will have to select a project, so that project, you got to do consultation with your colleagues. So after that consultation process, so you come up with one project. So our project at the time, from my group AME, we're doing mentorship with the Arix youth. So we decided that we'll go out in the communities to talk to our Arix youth brother to encourage them to not give up in society. They can be like us as well. There are opportunities, and also to talk to other stakeholders to see our best to help. So that was the entire process.
Okay. So have you graduated now?
Exactly. I graduated from AMEU.
For how many semesters did you benefit the scholarship?
I think 3 semesters, 3 or 2 semesters, or maybe exact, 3 or 2 semesters, because they launched a scholarship on December 7, 2024. Yeah, when they launched a scholarship. So after that, I benefited all through until I graduated 2025 November.
Do you think you've made you as a group made any impact in your community service?
Well, yeah, sure. And that's the reason. I think one of the best things that the ministry did was they gave award to best performing groups. Okay, so Lone Star Cell helped in our process as well. They gave bags and they gave cell phones. So after the monitoring and evaluation team went quite across the counties and did a report, so my group from AME was also part of that winning team. So we was awarded, each member of the team was awarded a bag and a cell phone that was given by Lone Star Cell. I think Orange Liberia also gave some items as well.
That's good. Madam Minister, let's come back to you. I just wanted to hear his experience from application up to everything. Now, let's talk about the expansion process. Minister McGill spoke a lot about it. What's the plan for expansion? Are there new colleges and universities part of it now? What about the students outside Monrovia? Are you thinking about getting some of them benefit?
Okay, so that's what the expansion is really about. So currently, we have scholars across 22 universities and colleges. So I will just go over the list. We have students at Blue Crest University, Cottington University, Stella Maris Polytechnic University, African Methodist Episcopal University, AME Zion University, United Methodist University, Adventist University, Booker Washington Institute, Lutheran University, Mother Paterm College of Health Sciences, Stars University, University of Liberia, Grand Crew Technical College, Tubman University in Maryland, Free Pentecostal Global University, Lofa University, Liberia International Christian College, Nima University, Smythe University, Notre Dame University, Carver University, and La Cosas Mobile College. So if you go over these 22 schools, you will realize that a lot of them are Monrovia based. So that's where the scholarship committee met and decided to take that trajectory to move the scholarship into the counties and now to prioritize public institutions. So public community colleges, public universities across 10 counties. That is the focus, because most of these schools we listed here, about 70% of them are like Monrovia based. They're all in Monserrato. So right now the counties we're targeting, we're trying to expand to Grand Bassa County, Bon County, Sino County, Grand Jide County, Bombing County, Grand Cape Mount County, and then we're also expanding to Margibi. Though we have students in Margibi, but we want to increase that number. We got students in Lofa at the two colleges there. We want to increase that number. The same with Nimba, Grand Crew, Maryland. So those counties that we're already in, we want to expand the number. But the target will be public universities and community colleges for now. Yes, that's the focus.
Let's look at eligibility beyond the 3.0 or 2 point something. What else? Age range. What else do you look up for?
So no, we do not do age. Okay. We have a few elderly people, but for the most part, recipients of the scholarship are all young people. Okay. We just have very few, But so no, we do not consider age. We just look at the requirements, which include the GPA, and then you propose, just like he said, when you apply, you propose, because we want to see from the application, we want to see your thought process, we want to see what are things you think what are challenges you think that you can help to resolve. So that's why we ask individuals when they're applying to tell us what they want their community service project to be. And just like Alfred said, when you are recruited now, you meet in a group and all of you share your different ideas that you have prior to coming, and they'll sit on the table and then dialogue and find the best among all of you, and then go as a group of 10, and then we have them 10 like that towards implementation. So the community service, as you know, is unique, it's different to our society, but it's a way of teaching young people to give back. So we don't always look to what we can receive, what the government can do, what others can do for us, but let's also learn to be able to give back to society. So if the office of the president is providing you this opportunity, this scholarship, what can you do to improve the communities around you? What can you do to help your fellow young people who are not where you are? How can you encourage them? How can you also mentor them? How can you even help your mothers in the market? What skills do you have as a university student that you can use to contribute to national development. That is the essence of the community service project. And it's important to note that during the launch of the scholarship in 2024, Orange Liberia was the lone partner that signed a 3-year MOU with the government of Liberia, with the Ministry of State specifically, to help support this process. So Orange has been the lone partner to the Ministry of State in supporting these students. So we have to stay
Do
that.
I have to bring my grade sheet the end of every semester? How do you track, compliance in terms of people maintaining their grade point? Or once I apply, I got a GPA, I'm in now, no grade point business.
No. So yeah, what happens? So when you apply, doing the vetting, we review all of the applications, then we go and verify to the school. So because even with the first recruitment, we've always had a World Trade Center issues. People bring falsified documents and stuff. So when you apply, we reach out. We put everybody who apply who are qualified on us, say Stella Marie's, and then we reach out to Stella Marie's to verify that your grade sheets are authentic, that you're actually a student and all that. Once that is done, when we fully enroll you, we have different engagements. We have interview. We have small meetings with them, explaining to them what they are required of, and, what is required of them as beneficiaries of the scholarship. Once you become a full recipient, we pay your tuition for that first semester. At the end of the semester, we do not receive grade sheet from you. We receive it from the school
Before
now.
you can bring something.
Yes, we do not take it from you anymore. So we get it from the school. So we have that partnership with the schools where the schools will send us all of our students' report. So we take it from the school, just like they send us your bills, they also send us the grade sheet. So you will notice that from one semester to the other, students will drop. There are students who do not maintain the 3.0. So they have to,
at any point when you miss it, we drop you.
we drop you. You have to apply again. So whenever the application opens, then you have to apply if you're accepted, which means if you go back and then get the grade point. But once you do not maintain a grade, you are off the scholarship. Once you do not do your community service, you are out the scholarship. And once these engagements we're doing with students, like the upcoming debate, you do not participate in them, you're also off. So those are the 3 requirements. You meeting a grade, you do your community service, and when we are having these engagements, you participate because it is meant to mentor you, it is meant to develop you, it is meant to build you up. So we want our students fully involved. It's a different scholarship, and the president's idea was not just like every other scholarship, you just pay tuition and just leave the students however. No. We engage with them semester by semester. We create different activities, and it's all about building it up.
Okay. Before we go to the other student there who just came on, Minister, what do we do with the thousands of students who sat WACS recently and results might be coming up next month for graduation? Are they going to benefit? What, do we wait for the WAC results, or what? Or the scholarship is currently focusing on people who are in school at the moment?
So if they have not gotten their WAS results, then there won't be any university student. Okay. Because high school graduates who have gotten their results and have also taken, say, a university or college entrance. And pass, once you have gained admission into a university or college, you can apply with your admission. So
the application process starts from admission?
Yes, because you have to have an ID number. You have to be a student of a college or university. Because that's what the scholarship requires.
2 other guys just came in. We will go around the table. Let's hear from you. What's your name?
My name is Mohammed.
1 minute, Mohammed. 1 minute. Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Mohammed Dugle. A student from the United Methodist University, studying marine science, and beneficiary from the Ministry of State Scholarship. Currently, I just completed my study.
You just completed study, awaiting graduation?
Yes.
How did you hear about the scholarship? Let's talk about the application process.
Okay. First, I want to be grateful to one of my colleagues by the name of Gifty Amma. I was just sitting home that cool evening, and she called me. She said, "Oh, Tukle, there's a scholarship at the Ministry of State, though. I want you to apply." I said, "Oh, like what? You apply, the people get at people." And I'm going there. She said, "Apply. Who knows? There's a new government. Perhaps you might be accepted, and you are one of the scholars. You always scoring your 3 point above." I said, "Gifty, I don't want to apply. I don't want to just pay my way from town and come all the way. How will I enter the executive mansion? That is that I have first. I said, I won't enter because the security center there is hard." So I decided to apply, go through the process. Since I had all my grade sheet were top notch. So what I did was I printed my lecture, attached it. They said grade sheet, but I printed my lecture. I said, so if they see my grade, it will be like, okay.
You are strategic like my man too.
If they see my grade, it will be like, okay, they made a scholar. So I printed my lecture and everything was okay. I attached it to the form. I came down to the executive mansion. I was like, God, when I go here, will they allow me to enter the place? The security center is very hard. So when I went there, they said, where you going? I said, well, I'm heading to the Ministry of State Scholarship Department. That man said, okay, come. I was streaming. When I entered, I dropped it. I didn't even think about it. It was just a cool evening. I think around 5 or 4. They called me and said, hello, is this Mohammed Dukla? I said, yes. Say, you have been accepted on the Ministry of State Scholarship. I look at the number a bit. I was like, maybe these are some of the scammers. So another day passed, they called me and said, okay, you have been accepted. We'll call you that you have been accepted. Now we're having a program at the ministerial complex. You need to come. So when I went there that day, the minister was there, Minister Kwa. She was there. We have a very big program, very unique program.
At that point, you started believing now?
Yes. When I went there, I saw the minister and I saw the assistant minister also. They were there. She was encouraging. I think she was one of the person that encouraged me. She's like, when you guys come here, you guys need to be, you guys need to be open. You guys need to be doing this and this. So when I went, we wrote our name, they put in groups. And unfortunately for me, I was one of the group here. My colleagues, when I explained to them about some of the project, because we were talking about project, we're talking about some of the impact you can give to the society. And so when I explained to them about some of the things I've been doing on the field as a Marine Science student, they was like, okay, but this man is cook already, so let's just make the man our leader. And I had a rose to be a leader for my group. And currently, I'm also the president for the Ministry of State Scholarship at the university. And even though I'm graduating now,
man, you come and do that job.
but I'm really grateful to the Ministry
of State. So what was your own community service project?
Okay, so as a Marine Science student, and before becoming a leader for the group, I've been having some community service around, so I already have enough knowledge about it. So my first community service was at the PHP Park.
Okay.
So I carried out a very big project there, where because when we're having a project, the ministry always send people along with us. You have to monitor your work. They don't just want it to be like.
They do that?
Yes, of course they do that. They do that, and because they don't just want it to be like, you just go take picture, come sit into them, and be like. So the ministry, the people who are present, we have a very unique project. We went on awareness. They were all about sanitation. Okay. We went on awareness. We cleaned the beach. We told the people, put some strategies in place that they should follow to always maintain the place clean, because this is where they reside.
Okay. So let's pass the microphone over to the other guy there. Just treat it. It can go anyway. Yeah. What's your name?
Okay, thank you. My name is Vafi M. Kane. A graduate student from Cotton University. Happen to be one of
man. I didn't get one Cotton student in the room, man. What's that?
Yeah. One of the beneficiaries of this Ministry of State Scholarship. And I'm very grateful for at least being one of the beneficiaries for this scholarship.
Talk to us about the experience too. How did you hear about it?
So normally, I like to always visit the social media handles. Like for example, I always like to read on informations being posted on the Executive Mansion. So one day I browsed through the Executive Mansion website and I saw the information. So I was like, how can I get to start the process? So I called somebody. They told me, okay, you have to make your way to town to come. Maybe finally had to get a form because there was certain form they were distributing to those. But again, coming from where Cotton to come and looking at the setting, but I started to take the challenge. So the guy told me you have to come to town. So I prepared all of my documents because I saw the procedure, the requirement, and at that point, I have the GPA, and I know I'm a scholar, so I took all of my documents, prepared it, and I came to town. Fortunately, when I got at the door, explained myself, and they allowed me in. I carried my document, the form was given, I filled in the form, and presented. But when I go back, I was like thinking, how you think the process I just embarked on, will it be fruitful? But I was prayerful and looking at this government being a mature government, I was like, this will not be like the old thing, right? Because this is a mature government looking for merit base. So fortunately, one day I was sitting and I just received a call that I had been selected. So I did to come to town. There was a program, a quantitative program, wherein all of us will interact and they will tell us the procedure about the scholarship.
So at least you've been on it. How many semesters?
I benefited for 4 semesters and I'm now a graduate from Cotton University. So I'm very grateful to this government. They are doing well in terms of education, helping young people who don't have the hand to go to school. You know, it's not an easy thing.
You don't pay small things to anybody?
No. No small thing. In fact, when we used to come, they used to give us at least transportation to go back. Because a student is struggling and coming from that distance to come to town, they used to give us at least small thing to pay away and go back.
Okay. So we'll take just a few calls and then we'll come to the minister. But I will beg your indulgence to just, let me get another female, one female. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's keep talking about the debate. We got another female student there. She will soon come in. Yeah. Minister, let's talk a little bit about the debate. They say you'll be having debate. Where? When?
Okay. So as part of our engagements with the students that we spoke about, we just don't pay tuition. We engage with them. We develop them. We are organizing an inter-university debate amongst the 22 institutions that we have scholars across, and that debate will be on Thursday and Friday at the.
You mean this week?
Yes, this week, Thursday and Friday at the EJS Ministerial Complex. That is August 13th and 14th, where our students will be debating national issues. We will have judges, professional from different backgrounds, listening to them and judging them. And at the end of that debate, the president of Liberia will present the prizes to our winners on August 24th during the Flag Day program. And the essence of this debate, just like most of our other activities, is pretty much to a lot of the students will tell you that since they became, especially the female students, they will tell you that since they became recipients of the scholarship, they've being able to overcome phobia, public speaking phobia, because every time we come out, every time we have program, we call them to the stage, they come up and they speak. So most of them, when they join, a lot of them, if they give you their testimonies, that's what we've asked them to do 1-minute videos and, just put it on the internet so people see. Because just like everybody said, a lot of the students doubted that the process was transparent. All of the students, especially the first batch that we recruited, they were all shocked when we called and they were like, we just applied, but we never thought that it would be. So the 700 plus students that applied during the first time, we accepted everybody unless maybe you brought a falsified document or you did not meet the GPA. Those were the only people that were turned down. But everybody else that applied or qualified was accepted. So the essence of the debate is to encourage our students to do research, to do fact-based discourse, because in Liberia we just like to talk and with no evidence and all that. So when you're debating, it has to be evidence-based. So they have to do that research. They have to learn to critically think, because you have to debate. Your opponent will be debating. You have to counter whatever they are proposing, whatever they are saying. So they were going to teach them public speaking. It will teach them critical thinking and all that. So we're inviting the public, and for this debate, we've written a couple of institutions like the LPRC, the Liberia Maritime Authority, NASCORP, we've written LTA, we've written National Port Authority, and they've all committed to help us, to support this particular debate program. So just to engage with our students, and we're encouraging the public, other students out there, if you can make it, it's 2 days. It will be beginning at 9 a.m. at the Ministerial Complex. Come up and listen to your colleagues, listen to young people debate national issues, debate proposed policies to government on ways we can make our country better.
Okay, let's talk to the female student, and then we can just get parting comments around the table and conclude with the minister. Yeah, what's your name?
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. I want to say good morning, and good morning to all the veterans, our scholars from the Ministry of States, and good morning to everyone following us. My name is Olivia First Lady Dan, a veteran beneficiary from the Ministry of State Scholarship.
Where are you? Which university?
I graduated from the AME Zion University 2025.
You're out already. Now, tell us how you heard about the scholarship and just explain your experience about the application process.
So I got messages from couples of friends that they from the e-mansion. So I went to the e-mansion and I went there. I saw the form. I downloaded the form, filled it in. I did my motivational letter, and then I went there with my documents. But at first, I felt reluctant, and then I have
Why?
that self-motivation because I thought it could be like bias, and it could be like the people already have their people in the system that they already have like recommendations from government officials. Some of us, we don't know people working in government. So at first, I self-motivated myself, and then I take that stand, I downloaded it, and then I went at the ministry.
Okay.
So it is still long. We received a call. So we went there, and again, we were accepted by His grace, and it was kind of transparent. Then we go at the project to give back to society. So some of us, we were selected as lead for our university. So it was I was kind of a bit afraid, and seeing myself being a lead for my university, being on a scholarship, I was like, why me? So the scholarship was transparent, and it was something that it increased some of us public speaking skill and also our body language. So we were able to meet with the president at that time during the program. Yes.
Okay. Now let's get around the table. Just give your parting comments. Everything you've done and blah blah blah. What do you say to the president, the government? What do you say to your friends who might want to apply? Then we'll come right here, and then we'll just conclude with the minister.
Okay. I just want to tell the president thank you, and one person I want to tell thank you is Minister calling us when she was at the ministry. At that time, she called me personally. She told me, she said, you look afraid, and you have taken a big tax now. That's leadership. So one thing which I've been afraid, I've always been shying away from it. I don't want to, be in the public space and things. She said, you have taken that in. One thing you need to be on, because she always need to call up to tell us, okay, you need this. When you make mistake, you need this, guide up in the process. So there was a time she told me, she said, do you know why you call elevator page? I said, no. She said, go read on it. I can remember that day. She said, go read on it. Then you will get more and stuff. So I want to tell the government, thank you, the government at large, and the minister, our assistant minister. She always to be on our back. At any time, we off our phone. When you put your phone back on, she'll tell you, you don't know when you on the scholarship, you need to do this, you need to do this. So we have to be able to have confidence in ourselves. We have to take the task as a leader, because that's where I know leadership is hard. When they give you, if you are controlling one or two people, it's not easy, because this may be going left, the other may be going right. You have to put everybody to order. It's not easy. So she been doing extremely well at the ministry. She been on our back. She been talking to us and things. So I want to tell the ministry, thank you for giving us this scholarship. And I want to tell my colleagues, it's not something you need to doubt. I was doubting it, and now
Let's go over to Alfred. Yeah, thank you.
Also, I first want to tell the president thank you. This is something that many of us,
Go ahead.
didn't expect. But I also want to tell his able lieutenant at the ministry. So normally I joke some of my colleagues, I usually tell them this scholarship is a soldier scholarship. The reason why I say the scholarship is a soldier scholarship is because the folks at the ministry, they were not joking. So when you had a task to perform for your scholarship, and they didn't play with you, they call you immediately and say you got to come. So I recall it even at SKD when we launched a scholarship. So they selected 10 best projects. So they built booths you know, so if you selected sanitation at your project, so you had your booth there, you carry your wheelbarrow, your shovel, your broom, everything, and the president was there. So I was on campus, but actually overlooking. So they called me. They said, you got to come and build your booth. You coming? So Minister called me. Said, Minister Kwak called me and said, you got to come. You coming? Immediately, I got on bike from AME to SKD. And I also want to thank Madam Kwesi Bullet things as well, because she was really, really straight as well. So you do, Minister Colina Crowd, want to, pamper or some way, we expect to say, oh, no, but you finish do all your thing, you finish doing the best. Question you can just cry. The whole thing wrong. The whole thing you have to whistle. So I thank the folks at the ministry. I thank the president. This is what we need in the country. Don't just, allow us to follow politicians. See how best you can mentor us, you can groom us, so that we can be best citizens of our country and help our country in your absence and your present. So I just, give it out to them as well.
Be afraid because it may. Madam Minister, let's hear your part.
Okay, so we'd like to say thanks to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, who has given us this dream that we're implementing. And we like to say thank you to our deceased minister. He started this, Honorable Sylvester M. Gracespate. Sunday made him 1 year since he died. May God rest his soul. And thank you to Honorable Cornelia Walker-Leclerc. She's the Minister of Youth and Sports now, but she was the Deputy Minister for Administration at the time and the chair of the Scholarship Committee. So we started it together, and she's birthed this project. I would like to now say thanks to the current leadership that is driving the expansion project, that is driving this debate thing, and it's to the Honorable Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Samuel A. Steve Queer. We'd like to also say thank you to Honorable Bill McGill Jones, the DMA. We'd like to say thank you to all the other members of the committee, including Madam Ora Riches, Mr. Erasmus Williams, Mr. H. Uriah Harrington, Mr. Honorable Josh Marshall, all for their thoughts and ideas about expanding this project and all the different ideas we have. The president has even said that the scholarship should cover vocational. If you listen to the president's speeches to young people, he always also promotes vocational education. So that's one step the scholarship will be going after this expansion to public school. That's another aspect that will be coming up, and we sure will come back here to have some conversation around that. So we just like to close to say we're expanding the scholarship to 10 counties. We encourage students in those counties. Once you're in a public school and you meet the requirement, you have the requisite GPA, and you are able and ready to contribute to your community in whatever way or form, please go ahead and apply across those 10 counties. Please, once you're in a public university or community college, do not, you heard your colleagues here, it's merit-based. There's no favoritism. There's no partiality. Once you apply, you meet the requirement, we are going to recruit you. And to our debate teams, all of our university, our students who have been researching, who have been reading, who are preparing for Thursday and Friday, we look up to you. Please continue to prepare yourselves. We'll all be there to cheer you up. We want to hear what ideas you have around the topics you are giving. There will also be impromptu topics, so we see how quickly you're able to put your thoughts together. So we just want to encourage all of our students to say, please continue to prepare, and we look forward to the debate. And to the supporters, our partners who've committed, the LPRC, the National Port Authority, NASCOP, to LMA, the Liberia Maritime Authority, and the Liberia Telecommunications Authority. We'd like to say thank you for sponsoring our upcoming debate.
Okay.
So thank you.
So the students will just sit, and even though that's your pattern comment, but I got to do something. I will ask the Superintendent Nima. I will steal 5 minutes of our time. Let me just open the line for people to. I have the impression a lot of people telling me, "Oh, the people can go to that. Let me do it for them." They want to Superintendent Gono will give 5 minutes. So the lines are open 0777700995. We can do that just 5 minutes. Let's hear you call to participate on the show. What is it you want to talk about? What are the questions you want to ask? We can take a few calls. Just call your name and ask the question. No time. Good morning.
Good morning, Maurice Makare. My name is Koi from the Capitol Hill campus in of Liberia.
Yeah, Maurice, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I just want to know the next scholarship when it will start.
Okay, when the next one starting. Mr. Orlando Boss, good morning. What's your question, your concern?
Good morning, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah.
And good morning to the young scholars in the studio and to the Honorable Minister. I want to say thank you for this very, very worthy initiative. And I mean, the merit process in Liberia need to take a course, okay? And I'm happy that we are driving towards that. But I have a concern. I seem to be corrected, but I heard the minister talking about sponsorship, the loan sponsor of the scholarship, which happened to be the Orange Network in Liberia. I'm a little bit concerned about that because for me, this is what I understand, this is our president's scholarship. And to have a business entity sponsoring it, I don't know whether it is a good thing. I don't know who advised the president. But in my own mind, and given what the code of conduct says, to take gifts of that nature, especially something tied to the president's name, I think we need to rethink that. And the president can even take his salary and decide to sponsor his scholarship here. The president has other means. If maybe that scholarship is sponsored by a government-related entity, you could say fine. But to say the president's scholarship is being sponsored by a business entity, I think it's something that I have a problem with, and we need to look at it.
Okay.
Whoever has the president should think about it.
Thank you. Let me take two more quickly. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah, my name is Jeffrey, and I'm calling from Brazil.
Yeah, P.
Yeah, I want to ask the minister, how can one get a scholarship from university, and what are they offering to 42 in Banga?
Yeah, somebody graduated from Cotton, the president just said it. Okay, but thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Clarence. This is Dennis Nola calling from Baba.
Okay, D.
Yeah, Clarence, I'm really interested in the information she just gave about the vocational school on it.
Yeah, that one, I think it's still thinking about it, yeah.
Yeah, I really want them to implement it because I'm having interest.
Okay. One more. Hello?
Yeah, Clarence?
Yeah?
Yeah, good morning. This is Mogba. The scholarship is good, right? But I think I recommend that the minister should add a rating test there to that requirement. It will be good because we did it to visual education. We did rating test, went for interview before we were successful for the.
Thank you. Rating test. Final call from America. Let me take the final.
Good morning, Clarence.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to the minister and good morning to the scholars in studio. This is Gosling. I call from North Dakota. I want to say a big thank you to President Bwaga and the team at the Ministry of State. But I want to hear a story from somebody from Bonkonima the next time. I want to hear a story from somebody way beyond lack. I don't want to keep hearing the Maserati story. People need to know more about their country. People need to feel the presence of the presence of the president. So anytime we do anything, it's good that we go rural, because most time, every time it's just Maserati. I agree, you are expanded to 10 counties. But you can go beyond that. We want.
Okay, thank you. Even though I said final, but this is a female caller. So.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Good morning.
You
good
can't wait
morning to
now.
the
Me put you on the line, my man. See? You get. Let's hear
Good
you, man.
morning
Yeah.
to the minister and the team in there. You know, it is a commendable thing to provide opportunity for young people to go to school. You wouldn't know the importance of scholarship until you want to go to school and you don't have the resources to go to school. But I just want to caution the students. They will have to understand that politics should be placed aside. I listened to one of them speaking like a politician, saying that, oh, this government is a responsible government, condemning past government. If you speak like a partisan, it makes one to feel that the only reason you have this scholarship is because of your loyalty to the current government or the party that is in power. So they should avoid politics and understand that they are students, they are not politicians.
Somebody expressed similar concern via text message to me. Thank you. Madam Minister, let's hear. You know, we still 5 minutes already, so.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Madam Kaba. We know that. Of course, we cannot control what the students say, but I agree with you 110%. And the scholarship is non-political. Non-political, we do not get involved with politics in any way. All of our engagement with them is non-political. So stories from the counties. So yes, you will get stories from the counties because we've encouraged our students ahead of the debate to all do 1 minute videos. The county people, most of them are coming in town on Wednesday. so that they can be attending the debate on Thursday. So, of course, for this show, today is Tuesday, we could only get Morovia students, but we do have stories from the county. So they will do those videos, and we ask them to tag the executive mansion page. So I'm sure you'll be able to hear some of the success stories from the county. So somebody talk about rating tests requirement. We know that the committee is also listening. The chairman of the committee, matter of fact, Honorable Bill McGill Jones, is in the studio. He's the chair, so he's here. So we take that recommendation into consideration. And then the vocational training, yes, it is the president's vision, but it is not now. Right now, we're not doing the vocational. It will be the next phase. So right now, the expansion is to 10 counties. Just like somebody said, we have to think rural. We cannot continue to think Morovia. And then after reviewing the current committee, after reviewing the scholarship, realized that the scholarship was heavily based in Morovia. So that's why the idea came about to expand it to the counties, and that's why we're going now. Immediately after the debate, our team will be in the counties to conclude it. Now the students are applying online. You go to eMarshal, you'll find a link. You can just sit there, apply, and upload your documents. They are applying, it's open in those 10 counties, but we'll also reach out there and hold meetings with them and all that as part of the recruitment process. So yes, we are, the expansion thing is just to include rural Liberia. And then somebody talk about the sponsor. Orange Liberia has corporate social responsibility. Government Liberia supports the scholarship, of course, but Orange Liberia has served as a partner, and they came up doing the launching. It's a good process. We're hoping to expand the scholarship. So if a corporate institution say, I'm going to help you, I want to partner with this, I want to join the president in supporting this, and government, of course, take a huge portion of all the burden. But if somebody says, I'm going to, even a public citizen or private citizen listening right now who wants to say, I appreciate this process, I like what is happening, I want to join, I don't think we're going to say no to that. It's not Orange that's fully supporting. Orange is a partner to the president, it's a partner to the government of Liberia. So
Okay,
I don't
Madam
think we can turn that down.
Madam Minister Jennifer Davis.
So
Ross,
yeah, 1 second. So the application for the expansion ends on August 19th. That's next Wednesday. So those who are applying, people you're encouraging to apply, please let them know that the scholarship application ends on August 19th.
Thank you. Jennifer Davis Ross is the existing Minister for Administration at the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. She was here with 4 students talking about the presidential scholarship being extended to community colleges in 10 counties across Liberia. Okay, we're taking a break. And then 9 o'clock, that's coming in split seconds. Superintendent Miampe Kogono will be here as our guest.
Themselves have seen my face. I will rise and heal their nation. Liberia will rise again. Nations will come to your rising. I prophesy. Kingdom will come to your light. Together, let's keep the peace. Cause in unity we will build our nation. Arise, Liberia, arise. Arise and take your place. Whatever the locals are meeting, arise and
Okay, so we'll take our guest, the Superintendent of Nima, very shortly. I never stop listening to this music. It's so patriotic. And I look forward to one day where Louis Kolako will be invited at a national function to perform this song, you know.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is that why it is? It's supposed to be one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all of us. The woman bearing the Miape called Gondo name is in our studio. And so we start very shortly. These few days, I see a lot of photos of saying being Sanikole City on the social media. I want to talk to the superintendent about a lot of things. The last time she was here, we spoke about a lot of things: the market, the ice cream, the Chiefs building in Tapeta, the roads. Has Nima County gotten a share of the machine? Do they have plans? Do they have a place to keep the machines? And all these things we will talk about this morning with the superintendent of Nimba. Madam Superintendent, I'd like to always welcome you to OKFM. Good morning and welcome. You always wear a smile. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so happy, always happy to be in your Kuse studio. I think I haven't seen you since the Golden Image Award. I want to congratulate you again.
Thank you, Madam Superintendent. Thank you. How's everything?
Well, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Nima is fine. And we are moving forward as always.
Okay. Where's that? How far is that project now? Red to Baila, to Sokopa there?
So, yes, we expanded on it. It's basically finished, having been officially dedicated, but obviously if the president goes, he still stops there. Just not an official dedication, so...
When you say expansion, what's your plan for that place? How do you want to make it? You know, this few days.
So it's completed, but the restaurant has to be open. The hall has to be commissioned open, even though it's finished. So maybe move in the chairs, open the hall for commercial purpose. Yes.
Okay. So the few days I was driving from Buchanan, when I passed by the checkpoint there, and I got to the bridge before getting to Cotton Tree, I saw something similar like what you did. And I stopped there and I was telling the people, I telling the woman there, I say, they play you here, when you sell here, don't be selling any Jollo Rock and I think sell Basso Domo, because it's an introduction to Basso. Sell the real Basso food. And I was telling her, the superintendent of Nima, they want to do something like that. They say they will be selling their Nima GB and all those kinds of
the
things.
King Juice and the spirits from Nima, the King Juice, the palm wine.
Okay. But how is the county generally?
Generally, we're okay.
Have you gotten your share of the yellow machine now? Do you have a place to put it?
So we expect them. Right now you have the team, the construction team led by the AFL. I think they were in county today or tomorrow. They're looking at the sites. We have a site in Sekempa. It's very well off. There's another one in Ban that we're still working on, but those will be our 2 sites.
Okay. Oh, you're supposed to get 2 sets?
Yes. Okay. So we need 2 sites.
Okay, let me sit and listen to you about some of the things you're doing in Nimba as far as development is concerned. You know, what can we hear from you this morning? What are the issues?
Most of our projects are continuing projects. Some of them we talk about before. We talk about the concept of the Nimba Development Bank. That is that has been advertised on PPCC. We're about to award it out because we secured the funds. Our presidential palaces are all expected to be completed by the end of this year. Tapeta, Buto, we did some extension, but by right it's finished, but extension. We feed a lot of people that come with dignitaries. We needed a palava also sitting to reduce the pressure on the property. So Seclepi is completed, just minor touches. So all of them we expect to be renovated soon. We're also going to focus mostly on roads. So we're looking at some of our farm to market roads, some of our easy access road, and by the time we can have another resolution, looking at ordering a large number of building bridges to augment the efforts of the yellow machine, because the yellow machine could work.
You mean prefab?
Yes. Okay. Reach certain places, and you need a building bridges to be able to really connect major areas. So yes, as far as development, we're moving.
The last time you came here, you had an idea about encouraging Ghana and some other countries to come back here, the OU thing. How far is it now?
So we budgeted for that, but we still feel we have a lot more to do. So what we want to do right now, matter of fact, because we capture some more funding on the tourism, is to re-look at that tourism side in Senegal. I think it needs to be done better. So we're looking at different concepts. We need to do that. We need a more meaningful recognition of the birthplace of the OAU, more recognizable monument. So we're looking at that. We're looking at architecture design. We also want to work on, we also resoluted and have budgeted for the 3 historic Palava huts. You know, they're there at the presidential palace, representing the 3 presidents at the time, Nkrumah, Secretary and President Tubman. You have to have all of those in place. So as much as we want to do it, we feel we need to package better.
What about the escalating?
So the airstrip, like when we talk, is done to a private plane level. It needed to be extended where you have commercial small flights. The county also came out in good faith. I know Samaritan Press approached me some time ago. We want to do bathrooms. So when people are picking up and we said, no, we need a mini terminal. We don't need a bathroom that is just outside. They've been very great partners with us, and we've been working together. But we ourselves have resoluted to build a mini terminal that has also been, on PPCC website that is going to be given out very soon. So with Airscript, we're looking at by February, you should have the mini terminal there almost completed.
You were also talking about Leptilet, something about Leptilet.
I know Leptilet is at the heart and mind of everybody, especially people associated with Nimba, any part of Nimba. So it has such a great history. But like I said, we had to do the issue of the market. So the vendor with the market, I ordered the market. You remember that? More like the Ominga market. So I understand that it's in town now. The groundwork is being done. So because of that kind of market, it might take 2 months. It'll be off. Once we get a market, we are now starting to remind the people who are squatters that we're about to go through the process of engaging with the lake, dredging, and all of that. So Lake Tida hopefully will be done soon. Or we engage on this soon.
Okay. And we see the picture coming up on. So is that the main street of Sanikole there that people showing? So it's been a while. I've not been to Sanikole for
yes,
a long time.
The Green Corridor. Yeah.
Is that how you
the
call it?
The Green Corridor, the main street. Yeah.
Okay. Are you thinking about fixing the roads in Sanikole in the city itself?
Yes, so we have all of that when it comes to the plan of opening road. Even in the national budget, there are allocation for capital cities when it comes to those.
Yeah, the Minister of Public Works, I think he said that a few days ago.
Yes, there's allocation. So Senegal will be benefiting. So I know the beautification aspect, a lot of people are excited, but we're still far from finished. That work actually just started. I just think our people get so excited when they see development. The Green Corridor still has a lot of work to do. We're reeling it. The corridor is big, so we're continuously reeling it, and we'll have a lot of things. You want to see that corridor at Christmas. It will be very interesting. We're still far from how beautiful it looks.
And people think it's already completed.
Yeah. It's still far from the work and the vision we have for it. What we want to do is that we want to work in building and beautifying our capital city that it looks beautiful from any direction.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah, we want a capital city that is viewed beautifully from any direction. And I want to say thank you to stakeholders in business community, people who are investing in our communities, in our local economy, in our infrastructure process, by opening hotels, by opening modern structures. They are also helping our efforts when it comes to beautification. So
let me ask you, because this is something sometimes we hear. Are you in any way working with the city mayor of Ganta, Samuel Hard, you yourself and other people? Do you people tell people the kind of structure you need on your main streets and those kinds of things?
So yes, so for example, I remember when you see one of the most beautiful facilities in Senegal that has been showcased now, the Floor Plaza. Initially, when he was starting that project, he said, so I want to do a little car wash here. And I jokingly told him, but he understood I was being firm or was opening a negotiation that, listen, If you do a car wash opposite the presidential palace, I'll go to the court and put an injunction on it because this is the presidential palace. You have to have a good structure. And he said, you know what? It makes sense. And he said, let me let it engineer. And then he started to expand and say, let's make it modern. Let our restaurant, let our stores. And then eventually, so even when he speaks about our project, he always say, you know, that's the project the superintendent forced on me. But yes, where we can, we want to tell our people.
So you know
let
what
us,
you want.
Yes, let us make it modern because it's the face. It's the face of the county. Everywhere you go, other countries, you see beautiful places. It doesn't mean that there are not ugly places or not so well places. You've traveled. Sometimes when you go in the back, but you have to package well.
Yeah, you're right. Let's talk a little bit about education. Are there plans to use some of the county monies to do anything at the Nima University?
So the Nima University receives funding from counties, they receive help. The Honorable Vice President, Jeremiah Pankun, has even been instrumental. I think he's also doing additional classrooms, facilities. And then this time we got funding from Kavala. You know, they'll be operating around Kitama. So they should be having 100,000 every year for scholarship. But with all of the negotiations and the ones in the back from the time they engage, they might receive them around 900,000 for scholarship. But the good thing here is that the stipulation also allows for renovations on public schools and stuff. So we sat with stakeholders and said, listen, we should go to the county council and ask for a better Seneca Central High. It falls within that concession area of Kavala. It's one of the premier schools, you know, public schools. It needs to be up to standard. So we are looking at that, if endorsed by the Nima County Council, to use a good portion of that money. Even though we've also already resoluted for a hall for Seneca or more than one, but use some of
The
that
city
money.
hall?
Yeah, the student hall, the one they have a lot of die to break.
You
break
mean
in town.
on the campus
campus,
of
their
the
campus,
Central High?
Central High. So we want to also defer some of that funds there and make sure Central High is a standard high school with e-libraries, with modern classrooms, maybe 2 sections. We want to give a lot of focus to Central High and then
While you break the current
scholarships.
structure down, or you just do?
So we have to make assessment because with PPCC we cannot renovate things that are like die to brick or mortar brick, however they call it. You need a real. So if most of those things built back in the days, you have mortar brick structure, mortar mud. You cannot. So you have to build new structure like the Mata Todman Elementary School. You remember, right? The Mata Todman, the early education there. Sometime last year, the beginning of last year, they got hit with storm, and then we realized that it was Motomo. We had to immediately do the school, which will be opening for the first time this year, modern early education, very equipped, and we had to redo the building. So if we do that kind of assessment with our engineer, county engineer, and we see that it's something that needs to be rebuilt, but I'm envisioning a real big building, 2 levels, a real
wanna
modern
bring it
high
down.
school. Yeah.
What's about the market in Second There was a construction of
So
a
that's the market I'm talking about. I said the materials just arrived.
Okay.
So hopefully.
When you say the materials, what do you mean?
So some of the materials had to come from China, like the market, the Omega. Have you seen it? Like the prefabs.
Okay,
some of
those
the
prefab things,
materials had to come. Yes. So
Why are you so
the complete
ambitious
thing.
with everything about the projects in Nimba?
Well, it's part of the president's vision that we decentralize development. His Excellency President Boyka has been intentional when it comes to the Leeward counties developing. So this is why, through the Ministry of Local Government, on our Minister, Honorable Yimali, you see all of the superintendents putting in so much efforts to ensure that our people have better delivery of goods and services, better governance, and improve their lives.
You talk about Kavala, you have other companies in Nimba, BKS being ArcelorMittal. Madam Superintendent, I don't know whether there is a role, and I always think about our role because coming up as a kid, I know about that place, and as a matter of fact, You know that there's a road from Diagbala. You know, when you come from the area kind of Campo, you got to Diagbala Junction. There's a road from Diagbala that goes all the way through Graffi, Piso Village. That road goes all the way to Zor and then to Dulles Valley, other places. That road is blocked. By the way, there is a graphy, the air
I
fee
know
over
you,
there.
you always talk about the script.
I mean,
The
can
air
you,
script
is
there.
there any way that you can talk to Aslometa, because that place it used to be the place for the company and all that kind of thing. Are they thinking about renovating? I mean, reconstructing our road so people don't have to leave on Zorka, way second part, then you start coming back to go to Yekepa?
Yes, I know. As the matter, I've been doing a lot of asphalt pavement, a lot of road projects. But it's a good thing we know that and
By
have
the
the
way,
conversations
my
with
father
them.
village is on our road, so
I know you're very passionate about that area. Around the Zor, but also some of the citizens from Zor have been like Edwin Cording, they've been doing some good work in providing roads, opening. And like I said, the development of the county has also been supported immensely by citizens, citizen support. Yeah.
Okay, let's move a little bit further. What is this about $10,000 to keep hearing about? The superintendent gave $10,000
The lawmakers.
to the lawmaker. What is this 10,000 thing?
So, on the contrary, it was budgeted for.
Really?
Yes, it was resoluted for. So you see, the local government act is something a lot of our people, all of us, are still getting used to.
Yeah.
I even read one post and someone said she spent the money she did not even have county setting, right? Because they still don't understand that this is not a PMC days, where there's a large county sitting and the senators come and the lawmakers come and they decide their project. Now with the local government, you have the Nima County Council that does all of this, the new functions. So some people, it will still take time for them to get there. But this is what happened. When the county council sat, they saw the need for legislative engagements. So as much as the county council now is doing some of the role that the lawmakers used to do at county sittings, but they still have an oversight over the county, the legislators here. So they should come, they look at the projects we do, look at the engagements, grade them, have inputs, engage with the people. So in their wisdom, they resoluted 10,000 per lawmaker or per district, right? So the lawmakers will come. So 10,000 a year, you're talking about, if you do the math, about almost 2,000 something per quarter. And say they should be able to come, look at the project, sit with us. That is to help good governance. So some people will say the central government already gave the people money for constitutional engagement. True. So I think they received somewhere around 5,000 from the central government. But then it's just like how we in local government complain that we used to receive 188,000 per county for county development fund. And we said, do you think it's fair for River G to receive 188,000 and I in Nima receive 188,000, given my population and land space? Totally unfair. So if you see the lawmaker in River Cess, in River G, giving 5,000 by the national government, and the lawmaker in Nimba, you see the gap there, because the number of people in District 6, Tapeta, probably more than the people in River Cess as a county. So you have to understand that why you think they're creating new seats or they're proposing to create new seats? Because of representation, getting across. So these things are to look at the projects, to engage with these same people. These same people are the beneficiary because these are the directly elected officials. But then, what happened, although the money was resoluted for that, this is not the first year, when one of the lawmakers decided to put half of it or a large portion of it into his district league, maybe his interaction, he decided to focus on sports. Once he did it, other people got jittery. Other districts, also the county received them, or the lawmakers received their money from the superintendent. Some of them to knitting. They acting that they are the ones who get the money. If I say why the other person get 200,000 LD and other people getting 5,000, because the first misconception was the money was given for the district league. No, it was resoluted under the line item legislative engagements. But I think they got to understand. So to answer your question, it was resoluted legally. And this is why they applied to my office as a caucus. This is why we issued them central bank checks, which are all trill, accounted for. GSC can review, issue them check. That is how better governance is happening under this government. It's not the time someone will call the superintendent and say, "Oh, superintendent, you need to come and not eat on the caucus." This money was resoluted to begin with. This money was applied for my office, and every district was issued a central bank check.
Is there any district that refused to take hers?
No.
Everybody got theirs.
Yes.
Okay. But then where was everything coming from now?
So someone put out this false propaganda that money was given for honorability and entire one way were left out. And, insinuating they were opposition lawmakers and they were left out. And that's how honorability issued that statement and said, no, the money for legislative engagement that were given to all districts, I am a recipient. And Honorable Taiwan did the same. So politics will always be around. But open, transparent process, open to any financial check. It was.
Why is Nima getting tense politically? Tense is my word. It might not be your word. But politically, it's soon. Nima getting tense. If it is maybe about Godfather thing, political, if it is not about Godfather, it is about the superintendent of the county giving the law because 10,000, it is. You're getting tense.
It's a food-rich county. It's politically attractive. So people will try to change the discourse. People have different political interests. It's big. So you'll see this, in my mind, still minor disagreements. You will see people with different followers pushing different things. But at the end of the day, the county is moving forward. And at the end of the day, when the real time for politics comes, Nimba, they were going to come together as a county and do what's in the best interest of the county. I am not particularly bothered because my work is easier. This is a county that overwhelmingly supported this government, voted for this president. So I do not have a lot when in terms of opposition pushback. Sometimes you will hear different opinions here, and that will be a different distraction. Even you face the street. Some people say that they should roll out with eat. Some people, but generally, that's not the case of Nimba. Nimba, the people are happy. Like I said, the Green Corridor was not even ready. The last time I went to the mall of Monrovia, when I got outside, was a whole group of Nimba people, some of them disadvantaged youth. They just came to say thank you for sending Kole. Oh, the Oma made a place, the Paris. They were just happy about the county. So when it comes to the development and pushing forward, generally we are on the same page. But will there be some people with discerning few competing interests? People want to be. Nima is a big county. We have people who, some of them are presidential aspirants. Some of them wish to be vice president. Their options are open. Some of them want to be godmother. Some of them want to be godfather. So you have this kind of situation, people, struggling to fit or elevate themselves politically. But generally, the county is okay.
Is there any other part of Nima that you want to elevate to the level that you want Sanikore to be?
Well, everywhere. Nimba is one of those places where if the president,
probably you are doing
if the president went today to dedicate projects in Nimba, he just said I will go today, he would need more than a week because our projects are all over. In every administrative district, in the 19 administrative district, our first resolution captured projects everywhere. So he will have to go everywhere. Big Palem, Lemas, he has to go Seklepier, he has to go to Tapeta region, and then all of the other smaller areas, he has to go there because there are a lot of projects. So for us, our development is not centralized. I'll be receiving calls from Ganta with all of this. They say, Soup, you have to come face Ganta to be beautiful too. Let Senikole, don't let Senikole to take the lead. And I say, oh, listen, from here we're going Campley. And once I get from Campley,
From
or
San
come
Nicolas,
to-
you're going to Campley.
Yeah, because we had a solar light grant through the UNCDF. We're working on it for that lightning project. So that a proposal that said, listen, we believe that economic activities in San Nicolas and Campley will grow if we have this solar project. Women will be beneficiaries. They will be able to sell out longer. Children who are selling will be safer. So from there, we're going to Campley. But when it comes to the beautification, generally, we're looking everywhere. So as like Ganta, because it is not just us coming, it's us having express, put into perspective what is good for this city. So I know this year we're about to do the Ganta Hall. It's been a project that was
The
approved-
Ganta Hall?
City Hall.
City Hall.
It's a project that was on the list. It's been there for years. They have not done it on 2-3 years. We plan on writing lists, to let them know, to put a contractor on notice that our people can't wait. We will have to step in to do their hall so that they can be able
The
to
county
use
want to
it.
step in?
Yes, and generate money as well. So we want to touch everywhere. We want to
Do you
touch
have a
everywhere.
plan now as to how you use your yellow machines?
Yeah, so the way it works, the lawmakers have their input, the county administration with together decide the
Where it
priority
goes?
rules. Yes, so we already have the list of rules. Some places, even they want to open a developer area, and it's very close to
Yeah.
Guinea, what the how you call this road, the Baila road.
Okay.
And then many other roads around. We want to do major connections. So there's a listing, recommendations from the Boiro.
There's another one going to Legan too. So it's a road from the junction over there into Legan. But do you have some money now in your cover as a county? And when is going to be your next sitting, by the way?
Yes, we have some money, far from not as much as we should have by now. We got the finance ministry. We had some delays. This year we should have averaged around 12 million. Not all is in. I think we've received, if this week passed, we'll have received up to 3 million. The next sitting will be maybe in 2 months, because you have to have the money to be able to resolute. You not just be resoluting dreams. So as they come in, we're able to resolute. So maybe the next 2 months.
How far is the presidential palace now? What is the current level?
The Ministry of State has been doing some work, some really good work there. They just spoke to the Honorable Deputy Minister. He was just here, Honorable Bill Michael Jones. He was also able to speak to the Honorable Minister of State himself. They were very determined to get it done, up and going as quickly as possible. There was some work started on Minister Crab. They went far, and now they're about to complete it. So yes, all of the floors done, the bathrooms done, the furniture they are being moved in. So I know they were basically doing the finishing touches.
Let's talk a little bit about reconciliation. It's not unique to Nimba. Like I was just asking you about the politics and the political red race and the places getting turns. Madam Superintendent, all these things are good. Development, everything is okay. Reconciliation is also important. Do you have any plans to move around across Nimba, listen to people? I mean, what's your plan for reconciliation?
It is always a good thing. And you have to understand what are the major differences there. As a people, when Nima have to stand, they stand together. Different political interests are not major things. I have spoken to many of the stakeholders. And it's so funny, I was telling someone one day, some people will say, they think the soup is not okay with the senator or lawmakers. Those are the people who you will see them sending gifts behind the scene. Oh, the soup birthday, we need to do this one for the soup. And you will meet, you will have conversations, and somebody will say, listen, politically, we may have our own ambition. So it is not as deep as it appears. But the followers don't always see the depth of it. And sometimes that's where, as leaders, it is incumbent upon us to provide that direction so that our followers are not left in the hole tomorrow. Because sometimes, You're tearing other people down. You're fighting them because of people you perceive as your leaders. And the next day, those people are on the table. So we tell our young people focus. You know, I was very happy when I was listening to the scholarship committee. I was listening to some of the students. We tell the young people focus on your education. Politics is a good thing, but steady now. So you see, on the people think they need to get on the internet, they need to attack. It's just part of the era that we're in. But generally, things are okay. People will have different, it's politics. People will have different interests and they will project it, but it is not major.
What's your relationship with Gong Meng, Senator Samuel Koga?
Oh, you know, traditionally, my son, also my father. Father being my father, being a senator, but traditionally a mom coming from the man's side. So it's my
It's
son.
your son.
We have a good relationship in my mind. You know, people wouldn't understand. When we say sometimes you make me laugh, you say soup. You know the thing at church, sometimes I transfer aggression on you and we laugh about it. And sometimes like the last time I told you, I said, oh Senator, you went to Cottington University graduation, you just start talking, you even highlight your daughter achievement. She did so well at Cottington and start laughing, so cool, you know. So the relationship is like that. So politically, people have different interests. They may appear tough, sometimes they will speak for the followers, but I think we are good. His birthday, I was there at the Capitol building with him. I had a good time. My birthday, he placed a
You
call
were
to
there?
me. Yeah, he invited me. I was there. You know, he was happy to see a superintendent. Had a nice celebration. My birthday, he placed a call to me. We met. We've had some private meetings. Talk more about the same unity issue. How do we forge ahead? And sometimes I will hear him on the radio. I will call him and laugh, and he laugh. He say, "What you laughing for?" And, you know, so at the end of the day, sometimes the followers don't know behind the scenes that politically people will sound like this, but it is not as deep as they see.
With Senator Twain too?
Very good relationship. He and I were in Gibo recently. From there, we went to do the opening of the district league in Ganta. He took the kickoff and I
At
opened the
Kiko, he
league.
told he nearly fell down. I saw it.
The man plays on style, you know, he stay with the old timer
The
actively.
man at Otamo coach.
Yeah, so he too will reach out. Like I said, they will send gifts to superintendent. They are generous. My birthday, you know, so the caucus generally
Do
they
they
working
see
relationship.
you as the breaker, as the maker? I mean, maker, not breaker. Do they see you as somebody that everybody can talk to, everybody freeway? Don't they see you as a person taking side with anybody? That way it makes
You
it
know,
difficult.
it's not. You know, sometimes they will tell me, you the man of the county. And then sometimes I will remind them, I say, but you know how my man was? You before your brother, sometimes your man got to talk it. Just because your man, you don't keep quiet. And you don't close your eyes sometimes when your children are in your mind overstepping. But generally, they have that profound respect for me as a superintendent. They disregard most of them, almost all of them, I would say, whether they were even across political lines. They will go out, they will make some speeches. Oh, the superintendent manager focus on the project, but behind the scene, in my presence, they will give that, utmost respect. My birthday, there was no lawmaker who was on the other side that did not reach out. I'm just giving this instance to show you. At Sokopa, I called a watch night. They were all there, brought gifts. So even those you will consider opposition lawmakers. And this is why I feel at the 11th hour, they will be together as children of Nimba.
I always think about former superintendents of Nimba. I don't want to be biased here to say the ladies only maybe Rachel Melayende or Christina Dakatu, Ide Gonklo, where I also think about say Peter or Rabo. The Carmen, I can be careful. One of them was superintendent, I think Rabo Carmen. What's your relationship with the former superintendents of Nimba? Are you in touch?
So yes, the superintendent council, we're in touch. I haven't heard from Madam Konglo for a while. Madam Dakadu, we speak here and there. I haven't seen her in a little bit, but yes, she will visit. As for the queen, Rachel Miller, she's always on the line.
Woman.
Sometimes she will forcefully come by. You know, she's getting advanced in age. We'll visit her. We visit her a lot. And former Superintendent Doug Coppers, one of the people we talk, he gives his own experience, his own guidance of former Superintendent Harrison Conway. Sometimes
Okay,
you
I didn't
see,
mention him.
yes,
Yeah.
and you will say, "Oh, Soup, you're doing so well. We're so proud of you." Former Superintendent Fons Wackley. He will always check out. We were at the program the last time. He told me, "Call, you're gonna go down as the greatest of all of us." I said, "Maybe it's the local government. All of you are exceptional and did exceptionally well, giving your time. You have to judge people in the context of their time." So yes, those stakeholders will generally, and this year will be a very big birthday for Madam Rachel Miller. You know, her birthday is August 24th. Is the Flag Day, so the women always like for her to come to the compound. Maybe they will salute her this time again. Yeah, might not
She
be
played
here,
her
but
role. She
she
played her role very
yeah.
well. I mean, during the war years, she was strong. She played her role. Now, another thing I wanted to ask you is not about your relationship with the superintendents. You just talked about it. Now let's move on. This is the OK Morning Rush. The superintendent of Nimba, Koumi Apegono is here. Where's this lady? Very high profile, respected Nimba woman. What? Kou Sendolo Blair. Where's she?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sendolo Blair. Where's she?
I think she out of the country. We're in communication. She will always come to occasion, but sometimes she goes London. Okay. She I want to be
I'm like,
the former Minister of Health.
Minister of Health.
Yeah, she's a very passionate woman, but she will call sometimes, give her input, say thank you. Even the former First Lady, Madame Blah.
Nettie.
Yeah, she's always.
Is she around?
Yes. She's always in. Yes, she always in conversation. We'll reach out to her as well, because those are distinguished women from
Where's
our
Madame
country.
Dogoleo?
I haven't heard
think
from
Regina,
her, Regina, yeah, but Madame Blah, Mother Blah, we always
When
in
do you
conversation.
rally these Nema women called? When do you rally them? When do you bring them together? I want to see them, whether the superintendent come out or whatever. I just want to see them.
So I know we don't always have them. We even had the former superintendent wife, Mrs. Fangalo. Sometimes she comes
the
around.
Superintendent Fangalo now?
Yeah,
Okay.
Joseph Fangalo, he was also superintendent as well, not just Gabriel.
Okay.
So his wife, we always call her CRC. She's somewhere there in Mela. Sometimes she comes around. But we're in touch. When big days come, we personally reach out. The former First Lady, we keep in touch with them. So, like you're right, maybe one day we'll see a beautiful little
rally
tea
these
party
people,
of them.
Yeah, rally them.
But,
Let them explain their Nema story.
Yeah.
Yasen Dodo Blair has a lot to explain.
Yes.
Yeah, she has a... Okay, the superintendent of Nimba, Koumi Apegono is here as our
And
guest.
speaking right before you go about Madame Pele, the last time at the remote scene of her, I think it was the two women, International Women Day ago, we invited her to Senegal. Let's honor some of those outstanding Nima women, like George Galawolo,
Selena.
Yeah, a few of the women, she were among those honored as well. So we brought them together.
Okay, thank you. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. Good morning, Mr. Minister.
Good morning, Clarence. Good morning, Clarence. It's a pleasure to, take part on your show this morning, listening to my own superintendent.
Why you wanted to laugh? You surprised or me call it all the name. I'm on Nima ball. Yeah, don't go there with me.
You are not a Nima ball more than me, Clarence. So, yeah. That's why the couple of
the memo for me again. What will couple come for in Nima?
I know, yeah. You can't pull out here again.
So, Manto Waikle Bagi, Mammy Lega. All right, go ahead. Yay.
So, I'm so proud of of the superintendent there. Cole, she's doing extraordinary work. I think Cole is a gift to us, and as her name implies, I would think yes, she is a gift to us as Nibaya. I'm so proud of the kind of work she's doing in my honorable soup. Keep doing what you do appropriately. If the people, see the need, to elevate you to another level, certainly we collectively do that. But at this point in time, keep making Nima proud. Thank you so much, and collectively we're going to work along with you to ensure that Nima become that county that we all envisage. Thank you so much.
I got one of my old men, Dr. Mogalan Flomo again. He said, Clarence, when people talking, when people reading, when you see certain words, when you see if, When you start hearing, however, when you start hearing hence, then it something coming, the thing ching. Good morning.
Good morning, Clarence Jackson.
Good morning. Good morning.
My names are Richard Blamu Asamuwati, West Point, and I'm here.
Okay.
Clarence, I want to use this medium to appreciate our superintendent in studio. You know, one time during the 2011 CDC primary at Bento, when she was a candidate, we were together when I was serving as the political affairs officer within the office space of the late Senator Dosheri. So I'm going to use this medium once more to appreciate her for her splendid deliberation and the knowledge, the wealth of knowledge that she carried through the superintendentship. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, thank you. Let's go outside the country. Hello? My friend, how are you? Okay, you're not responding. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah?
This is Edward Bonnet.
Bonnet, let's hear you.
I want to tell the superintendent thank you. She's a little, I don't know what should I say, a young lady that's so much developmental, and we are seeing the development in the country. I went in the field and saw the difference. Yeah, it's my niece, my sister's daughter. I want to tell her thank you, and she will continue.
Okay, thank you. Let's go back. Good morning.
Good morning, Piso.
Yeah?
Let me say good morning to the superintendent of Abuda, Superintendent called me at Gono, my name is Josiah Esmo, calling from the Congo Bell, members of the Unity Party in the Electoral Bureau. No, Honorable Superintendent, let me say thank you. I just want to commend you for the coordination between the Superintendent Council in Liberia. For the good work we are doing, leave for example. Today, competition is now in Liberia. It's all counted because of the role you play as a leader for them. Based on the developmental agenda, your posters in Nima County, today man's superintendent, however that knowledge, following your footsteps, don't come there and see differences. Don't come there and see differences. Continue, Mama. That's what the president reports over the EU people. So the Lord will help him. So,
okay, thank you, Chief. Let's go here. Hello? We can take one from this side. Good morning.
Piso.
Good morning.
Yes, DJ Costa, I call for my Lakasi resident. Madam
Yeah.
Madam Superintendent?
Yes.
Go ahead. She's hearing you.
I call you the most votes of Superintendent. You remember me? In fact, you were dancing with me in Nima there on the president farm. Then you came and opened your new place in the beginning of Nima County. I know you remember DJ Costa.
Yes.
So, very good. And what I would urge you to do, and I want to take you a break, I want you to establish, a special occasion where you invite all the superintendents of the various counties in Nima to tell them, to show them, and let them see your good work, of course, and then take your example. So that is my appeal, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go and talk to you and talk to one more, then we'll go back to her. Good morning.
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. I just said good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. My name is Robert Ernest D.W. Wilson Sr.
You gotta be talking it out to scare you now.
For Operation GSA. Let me say good morning to the convent girl. Let me say good morning to the hard-working superintendent. Let me say good morning to the girl from Nimba. This is a clear example that the young people of this country, once given the opportunity, will take the country to higher heights, guided by the older folks. We got a young, exuberant vice president who is also cognizant of the young people of this country. They're not surprising. Go is a very brilliant young lady. And let me tell her thanks and congratulations for all you do for this country. Continue to go do the work, and our government, under Joseph Yima Boyka, will be the best in Liberia history. Thank you very much.
You don't start the car process now. You don't start the license plate process now. That was the perfume thing you were on.
My man, we still collecting illegal plates. Those who bury these plates who are not supposed to bear them, we are taking them off.
We can see you there before. When you started the thing, you were all want to play that.
So when you start the process, Clarence, the port go inside your eye. So when we retreat, when we come outside the Orlando, But you see your answer very, very soon.
Okay, Robert, I'm just pulling your legs. Thank you. Let me take a final call, then we'll go back to the soup. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, Destin down to one, and I really want to talk to Soup 24 very, very on this. Soup, I created a page on Facebook. I know you lastly talk against it and what did it? My intention was not to scam anyone. I supported the page for so many months and I reached 1,000 followers. But I was so bad in my feelings that he never supported the page a lot. He saw it to be a page that was scamming people, which of course I never did. And I want you to talk on that. What you supported?
What were you doing on the page? What is the page? What were you doing?
Okay. The page name was Madame Kou Miapogono Progress. And the progress means whatsoever she doing in the district, in the county, it should be posted there. And it's a like a blogger that will have JMB song. We have all
I
the
understand.
bloggers or celebrities. So that was my take.
Why was she angry with the page?
She was angry, I don't know, because what July 26th, I posted an amount for those who want help that I'm going to send them money, which of course I did before. So I was just doing it in a way that the page should be popular and well known to get more followers. That was my intention during that time, but you saw it to be something
Probably maybe because you were bearing her name. But anyway, she will respond. Thank you. Let's go back. Madam Su, let's hear you. Let's talk
So let me start with the last comment. I want to extend my apologies to him, but you see, JMB son is a different kind of page. So you know that this is a follower of JMB, and you cannot hold His Excellency exclusively for what is said there. So you have this page, Madam Kono Progress, they have my picture, and then there will be one or two comments that I've seen where did not exactly express my view, and people will start flagging it. Are you with this page? So I didn't look at it as the scheming aspect. I look at it as the messaging aspect. So if you are my supporter, I'm sorry, let us grow the page again. You can just put be more clear that you're a supporter that just promoting this. But it looked like I had two accounts, and then when there was sentimental issue, let's say for example you had an issue about some lawmaker or some senator about some controversial issue, if that page issues a statement, then I have to be clarifying that this is not me. Even with the issue of the money, when he did it, I did not understand where he came from. So a lot of people started saying, this is a good idea. We're expecting our money. And then I'm confused. I didn't want at the end of the day the fans to be disappointed. So now that I know, send me a WhatsApp message. Thank you for wanting to promote the progress in your county. That is extremely patriotic of you, and let's work together. So my apologies again. And I just want to say thank you to all of the supporters, not just those who call, but I mean the people of Nima, the end users themselves of the development. They were very supportive. Like I tell you, even around Monrovia, they were talking about the street lighting, which is still far from where we wanted to be. We're still work in progress. But our people, they've embraced development, whether they're in Campley, they are in any part of the place, they were according, they were happy, they were supportive, and they themselves are investing in the development of their country. They themselves are supporting the working of this government. So I just want to say thank you to my people.
Do you sometimes interact with the community radio journalists in Nimba as part of efforts to communicate across the county? Maybe
Sure.
a particular radio station, and then other people can relay.
So
do you do that?
sometimes we'll say thank you to Nima TV, Nima Dina TV. They've helped us a lot. All of the stations, Radio Nimba, Voice of Compa, even your correspondent Franklin, he's been
your son.
working with us, my son. He's been working with us lately, promoting some of our work, which is very good because at the end of the day, your county is your county. You want to be critical is good. You want to be balanced is good, but you also want to project the good in your county because there's a lot of good things happening there.
All right, Madam Superintendent. What do people call you? I know Soup 24.
Because if you look at since 1964, I'm the 24th superintendent of the county.
Okay.
Yes,
I see
I'm
that.
the 24th superintendent.
Okay.
And appointed in 2024 too.
You are the
A full female.
I think so.
Full female.
Okay, Madam Superintendent, thank you so much, man. Nimba Superintendent Koumi Ampet Gono was here. We're still trying to keep eyes on Superintendent Caillou Johnson of Bassa. Once he's in town, we'll bring him here. The young guy is progressing. You know, he's trying. You know, I drove to Bassa the other day and I was impressed with a lot of things. Thanks to all of you. Tomorrow morning we'll be back here with the Wednesday, August 12th edition of the show. My name is Piso. Thanks to Blessing Nimle. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.